Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Can someone just confirm whether I'm audible or not in the chat box? Okay, I'll wait for 1 to 2 more minutes. I think few more people are joining in, so after that we'll start the session. So today we'll discuss about the MAHCET as the paper is scheduled in 6 to 8th April. So I think roughly around 40 days are left, 30 to 35 days are left. So we have come up with the idea that we'll discuss the 50 top questions which you can expect in the MAHCET exam. All these questions are based on the previous year question paper. So all the previous year questions in the MAHCET exam which have been asked, we have considered them and then we have framed those questions as per that. So all of them will be very beneficial, very useful. So let's Okay, few people are joining in again. Let's wait for 1 more minute. I'll keep posting the questions and we'll just discuss about each of the questions. Each question I'm giving 90 seconds. So if we see in the actual exam as well, if we consider the paper pattern of the MAHCET, there are 200 questions. And the time given for these 200 questions is 2.5 hours. So if we consider 2.5 hours, and there are 75 logical reasoning, 25 analytical reasoning, and 50 from the Quant section. Now, if we see for Quant section, the quantitative ability section, the time for each question should be roughly around, let's say, even if we are giving 60 minutes to it, 50 questions in 60 minutes, so roughly around 70 to 80 seconds is the ideal time. So that's why the time given to each question is 90 seconds. So like try to solve all these questions within those 90 seconds. Okay, so I think we have good number of people live now. Yeah, so let's start the session. It is live on YouTube only, so you have to. I'll just keep on posting the questions, and whatever doubts you have, you can just post it on the channel on the chat section. Okay. Okay. So let's start. So before starting, I just want you to update about the MAHCET crash course which has been launched by Cracku. So currently the course price is 4,999. But if you use the code MAHCET 2000, you will get a discount of rupees 2000. You're getting a discount of rupees 2000. So the course price will come down to 2,999. So this offer is available for limited time, so do avail it. What we are providing is basically we are providing your daily schedule for the next 1 month. What exactly you need to prepare for the MAHCET examination. We are providing you with 230 plus practice tests. So the more number of practice tests you are giving, the more time constraint preparation you are doing for the exam, the more better you'll perform on the exam day. So 230 plus practice tests as well as all India mocks we are providing. All these all India mocks are, the entire course structure is designed by Saili ma'am, and all these 10 all India mocks basically they are taken as per the previous MAHCET papers. So we have considered all the MAHCET papers from last 3 to 4 years, and on the basis of that we have designed these 10 mocks. All of these mocks will be very beneficial for you, and mocks are something which is really going to be really going to tell you where exactly do you stand in your preparation. So do give these mocks. So this entire course is available at a price of 2,999. This is a limited time offer, so do avail it as quickly as you can. Use this code which is MAHCET 2000 while availing the course offer. The 30 days schedule is there. Every day schedule will be provided to you. There are 230 plus practice tests. You have video lectures for each topic. You have mocks, you have practice tests, you have a lot of questions to practice for, and it is designed for on the basis of that you are able to complete your entire preparation in just 30 days. So from my point of view, you should definitely enroll to this course. 3,000 rupees is not a very big amount, and for exam like MAHCET, which provides you very good colleges as an options, so do go through this and try to prepare for the best, like try to give your best for this examination. So this is about the MAHCET crash course. We are also basically providing 10 MAHCET mocks at just rupees 499. So at just rupees 499, we are providing 10 MAHCET mocks. Again, these mocks, as I mentioned earlier, they are on the basis of all the last 5 years question papers. Last 3 to 5 years question papers. So these are going to be very beneficial again, because as I mentioned earlier, mocks are something which provides you an actual scenario, like where exactly do you stand. So do give these mocks. Just Google search Cracku MAHCET mock test. You will be redirected to the Cracku's website, and there you can just avail this offer at just 499. You can get 10 MAHCET level mocks. So if you have any doubts regarding the course content or regarding these mocks, you can ask, or let me know if we should move to the questions now. So we have no theory for today's session. I generally believe that we'll solve the questions, and in the questions, if there is any concept which needs to be learned, we'll learn it in that particular question only. So there are roughly around 50 questions. The entire session is for the questions only. There are no theory part in this. So let me know, should we move to the question, or do you have any doubts in this? Okay, you can just type in the chat section. Okay. Okay, so I'll pose the first question now. So again, 1.5 minutes for each question is being provided. Try to solve this in 1.5 minutes, because that is the actual time, like roughly around 70 to 75 seconds should be your idle time for each quant question. Also, you can put your answers in the chat box. The time is up. Let me check the answers. Shruti has said 24. Yash has typed 24, and Vaibhav has typed 24. All of these, all of you are correct. The correct answer for this question is 24. Certainly try to solve each question in less than 60 to 70 seconds. That will be very beneficial for you. So let's look at the question now. So this question is saying two taps A and B can fill a tank together in 6 hours. So A and B together can fill it in 6 hours. Tap A alone can fill the same tank in 8 hours. So A alone can fill the tank in 8 hours. How long will it take for tap B to fill the tank alone? So we have to find out how much will it take for tap B to fill the tank alone. So what exactly we have to do? Either we can use the LCM method or we can use the unitary method. So let's first solve this by unitary method. So unitary method said that if A and B together are taking 6 hours, so we can write 1 upon A plus 1 upon B is equal to 1 upon 6. Now it is given that A is taking only 8 hours. So A is taking, let's say if there is 1 liter of water which needs to be, which fills the entire tank, or the capacity of the tank is 1 liter. The time taken per hour, like efficiency of the tank will be 1 upon A, which will be 1 upon 8. So I can write 1 upon A is equal to 1 upon 8. This is basically the unitary method which I am using here. Now instead of this 1 upon A, I can write it as 1 by 8. Instead of this 1 upon A, I can replace it with 1 by 8. So this will become 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon B is equal to 1 upon 6. This implies that 1 upon B is equal to 1 upon 6 minus 1 upon 8. If we take the LCM here, the LCM will be 24, and therefore this will be 4 minus 3. 4 6 are 24 and 3 8 are 24, so 4 minus 3. And thus we'll get 1 upon B is equal to 1 upon 24, or I can say B is equal to, B will take 24 hours. B will take 24 hours when it is filling the tank alone. So alone B will take 24 hours for filling the tank. If you have any doubt in this, you can ask. I'll explain the LCM method as well for this question. So for LCM method, it is given that A plus B is taking 6 hours and A alone is taking 8 hours. So what we have to do, basically we have to take the LCM of the given times. So we are given 6 hours and 8 hours. So what we'll do, we'll take the LCM of 6 and 8. LCM of 6, 8. The LCM of 6, 8 will be 24. This will assume the capacity of the tank. This was the first one, was the unitary method. Now this is the LCM method. So LCM of the tank will be LCM of 6, 8, which is the time taken. Let us consider the capacity of the tank. Capacity of the tank. So the capacity of the tank will be 24 liters. Now we have to find, we are given that A plus B, they take 6 hours and A alone take 8 hours. So what I can say, efficiency of A plus efficiency of B, like when A and B are working together, what exactly is happening? Basically 24 liter is being filled in 6 hours. So we can say efficiency of A and plus efficiency of B will be 4 liters per hour. It is filling in 6 hours. The 24 liter tank is being filled in 6 hours. So I can say efficiency of A plus efficiency of B will be 24 divided by 6, which is 4 liters per hour. Now we have A as 8 hours. So I can write efficiency of A will be, in the 24 liter capacity of the tank is filled in 8 hours alone by A. So efficiency of A can be written as 3 liters per hour. Efficiency of A can be written as 3 liters per hour, which is 24 divided by 8. Now in this EA, we can substitute the value of EA is equal to 3 liter per hour. So I can write 3 plus EB is equals to 4 liters per hour. So I can write EB is equal to 1 liter per hour. 1 liters per hour. EB is equal to, that is efficiency of pipe B is 1 liters per hour. Now, if I say efficiency of pipe B is 1 liter per hour, how much time will it take to fill the 24 liters? It will take 24 hours. In 1 hour, if it can fill 1 liters, so in order to fill 24 liters, it will take 24 hours. So thus I can say the time taken by B will be 24 hours. Do you have any doubt in this one? Or shall we move to the next question? Okay, I'll move to the next question now. I think there are no doubts. I'll pose the next question again, 1.5 minutes for this question. Guys, do like the stream as well. We have like roughly around, currently we have good number of people watching us live now. If you like the stream, it will be reached to more and more number of people. So do like the stream. Okay, so time is up. Only I think Shruti is able to answer this question, which is 2:1. So let's solve this one. Okay, so only Shruti was able to answer this question. Okay, so let's solve this one. It says that A can complete a piece of work in 4 days and B can complete a piece of work in 8 days. So A can complete the piece of work in 4 days and B can complete in 8 days. So there is some work W which A can complete in 4 days and B can complete in 8 days. If they are paid in rupees 10,000 in total for the work they work together, what is the ratio of the incomes of A and B? So what I'll do, I'll assume that my total work is, let's say, 8 units. Total work is, let's say, 8 units. So efficiency of A will be what? Efficiency of A will be 2 units per day. Efficiency of A will be 2 units per day and efficiency of B will be 1 unit per day. 1 units per day. The efficiency of A will be 2 units per day and efficiency of B will be 1 units per day. Why it is so? Because I have considered the total work to be 8 units. Now A is taking 4 days to complete this 8 units work. I have assumed that the total work was 8 units. Now A is taking 4 days. So thus I can say A will complete 2 units in 1 day. Now B is taking 8 days for completing this 8 units of work. Thus I can say B will take 1 unit, the efficiency of B will be 1 unit per day, or I can write B is taking 1 day to complete 1 unit of work. So efficiency of A is 2 units per day, efficiency of B is 1 unit per day. So thus I can write, it is given that both are working together. They both are working together. Thus the total days to complete the work will be total work divided by combined efficiency. Total work divided by combined efficiency. Now what is the total work? Total work is 8 units. So it is 8 units. And what is the total or combined efficiency? Efficiency of A is 2 units per day and efficiency of B is 1 unit per day. And the efficiencies can be added together. So thus I can write total combined efficiency will be 3 units per day. Like if A is doing 2 units per day and B is doing 1 units per day, the total combined efficiency will be 3 units per day. Thus, total work is 8 units and total combined efficiency is 3 units per day. Thus, I can write the total number of days required will be 8 by 3 days. Total number of days required will be 8 by 3 days. Now, if I see efficiency of A is 2 units per day. So, A is doing 2 units of work in 1 day. So, thus I can write work done by A. Work done by A will be 2 into 8 by 3. To complete this work, the work done by A will be 2 into 8 by 3, or I can write 16 by 3 units. Like in this in this 8 units of work, 8 units was the total work, 16 by 3 units was being done by A. Now if I write work done by B, now both are working for 8 by 3 days, so B will also work for 8 by 3 days and the efficiency of B is 1 units per day. So 1 into 8 by 3. Thus this will be 8 by 3 units. The work done by B will be 8 by 3 units and work done by A is 16 by 3 units. Now it is asking for what is the ratio of the incomes of A and B where if they are paid rupees 10,000 in total. So this 10,000 is not necessary, you don't have to consider this. What exactly you have to find out is basically the ratio of incomes of A and B. The ratio of incomes of A and B, ratio of incomes is always equal to ratio of the individual work done. Ratio of individual work done. So if work done by A is 16 by 3 units and work done by B is 8 by 3 units, what I can say, income of A is to income of B will be equal to work done of A is to work done of B. Now if income of A is to income of B is work done of A is to work done of B. The incomes are always in the same ratio, or I can say income is directly proportional to the work done by an individual. So income of A is to income of B can be written as work done by A is 16 by 3 units, so 16 by 3, and work done by B is 8 by 3 units, so 8 by 3. Thus, I can write income of A is to income of B will be equal to 2:1. Income of A is to income of B is 2:1, and therefore the correct answer will be option A, which is 2:1. Now, an easier way to answer this question will be directly take the efficiencies of A, directly take the ratios of efficiencies of A and B. So, income of A, income is directly proportional to the efficiency. If let's say they are working together, this is only valid in the case when they are working for the same number of days. When working for same number of days, income can be directly proportional to the efficiency. So, income of A is to income of B can be directly written as income of A is to income of B can be directly written as efficiency of A is to efficiency of B. Efficiency of A is to efficiency of B, and thus you can directly say it is 2:1. So, is this clear, or do you have any doubt in this one? Okay, so I'll move to the next question now. I think we have no doubts. If you have any doubt, you can just post it there. I'll explain it before explaining the next question. So I'll post the next question now. Just type your answers in the chat box of the YouTube. And we'll follow this pattern. We'll first do time and work, then we'll do time, speed, distance. Then we'll take up some other topic. We'll take questions from that topic, and one by one we'll cover all the topics which are asked in the MAHCET exam. So the time is up. Shruti has answered 3 by 10. Yash has answered 3 by 10, as well as Weber has also answered 3 by 10. So all of you are correct. Very good. It is the correct answer is 3 by 10. So let's see how we can solve this question. So it is given Ram can complete a project in 15 days. So Ram can complete a project in 15 days. And John can complete the same project in 20 days. John can complete the same project in 20 days. I'll explain this question using the LCM method, because I feel LCM method is something which does not directly involve the fractions, and like if your calculations involve includes fractions, it is generally difficult to calculate that part. So we'll use the LCM method for this one. Now Ram is taking 15 days, John is taking 20 days. If they work together for 6 days, now they are working, Ram plus John are working together for 6 days. Ram plus John are working together for 6 days. What fraction of the projects remains incomplete? So it is asking that, like it is given that Ram completes the work in 15 days and John completes the work in 20 days. Now both Ram and John, when they are working together, they are taking 6 days. In this question, it is given that this project is not completed within the 6 days. Like maybe Ram and John, when working together, might take more number of days than 6 days. So it is asking for what is the fraction of the project which is still incomplete. So what I'll do, it is 15 and this is 20. So what I'll do, I'll take the LCM of 15 and 20. LCM of 15 and 20. So LCM of 15 and 20 is 300. So this has, I'll assume 300 units as my total work. 300 units as my total work. Now, okay, LCM of 15 and 20 will be 60. Sorry. LCM of 15 and 20 will be 60 units. and this I'll assume as my total work. Ram is taking 15 days to complete this 60 units of work. So I can write efficiency of Ram will be, like if he is taking 15 days for 60 units of work, it will be 4 units per day. Efficiency of John will be, if it is like for this 60 units of work, John is taking 20 days. So thus I can write efficiency of John will be 3 units per day. 3 units per day. Now combine when they are working together, that is when Ram and John are working together on the same project, they have worked for 6 days. So when they will work for 6 days, the total work done in 6 days will be efficiency of Ram plus efficiency of John. That is because both of them are working together, so their efficiency will be combined, and they're working for 6 days. So efficiency of Ram plus efficiency of John into 6. Now what is efficiency of Ram? Efficiency of Ram is 4, and for John it is 3. So 4 plus 3 into 6, which is 7. 7 into 6 is 42 units. So thus I can say Ram and John, when they are working for 6 days together, they have completed 42 units of work. The total work which we considered, like the total project work which needs to be done, is 60 units. Total project work is 60 units, and the amount of work completed, amount of work done in 6 days, this is equal to 42 units. Total project work is 60 units, and amount of work done in 6 days is 42 units. So thus I can write remaining work is 18 units, and thus I can say this is the incomplete work. And what is the fraction of incomplete work? Fraction of incomplete work is, the required fraction will be incomplete work divided by total work, total project work, and this is the incomplete work. Incomplete work is how much? 18 units, and total project work is 60 units. So 18 divided by 60 is 3 by 10. Therefore the remaining fraction, this is the remaining fraction work which is there, and this is 3 by 10, and therefore I can say option D, which is 3 by 10, is the correct answer. Good, Jay, good. Okay, you have to write your own name. I cannot take the name of that. Okay, so I'll pose the next question. I hope there is no doubt in this one. Again, the link for the 30 days crash course to crack MAHCET, it is posted in the chat box. So do check out that course. As I have already mentioned, the course price is not 4,999, it is 2,999. You can use the code MAHCET 2000 to avail this offer. It is like the course price is now 3,000 rupees, and you're provided with 200 plus tests and 10 MAHCET level mock tests. So do check out this course. So let me move to the next question now. Yeah, so the time is up. Let me check who has given. Okay, Jay has given B, which is I think 360. Yes. Shruti 360. Satya. Okay, Satya ki Banerjee 360. Avehi 360. Yash has given 360. Web 360 and Khushi also 360. So the correct answer for this question is 360. Let's quickly discuss this one. A train covers 480 kilometers in 8 hours. So train is covering 480 kilometers in 8 hours. So thus we can say, what is the speed of train? Speed of train is 480 divided by 8, or I can write 60 kilometers per hour. It is covering 480 kilometers in 8 hours, thus I can write speed of train is 60 kilometers per hour. Now, the speed of car is 5 by 6 of train speed. So speed of car is 5/6 of train speed. Thus I can write car speed will be 5 by 6 into 60. 5 by 6 into 60, and thus I can write 5 by 6 into 60 is 50 kilometers per hour. Thus the speed of the car is 50 kilometers per hour. And the speed of bike is 4 by 5 of the cars. So speed of bike is 4 by 5 of cars. Thus I can write bike speed will be 4 by 5 into what is the speed of the car? Speed of the car is 50 km per hour. So 4 by 5 into 50. Therefore I can write 40 kilometers per hour. The speed of the bike is 40 kilometers per hour. What is the distance covered by the bike in 9 hours? We have to find out the total distance covered by bike in 9 hours. So if the speed of bike is 40 km per hour, distance is equal to speed into time. Thus I can write distance covered by bike, if it is traveling at 40 kilometers per hour in 9 hours, the speed is 40 and 40 kilometers per hour, and the total time taken is 9 hours. So 40 into 9, which is 360 kilometers. Therefore, the entire distance which the bike can cover in 9 hours will be 360 kilometers, and therefore option B, 360 kilometer, will be the correct answer. Okay, any doubt in this one? You can just post it out. I think most of the people have already answered it. Also, I would like you to solve the. I would like you to like the video as well. It will reach more and more number of people if you're able to like. I can just see 14 likes, and there are more number of people who are watching it currently. So like the video, hit the like button. So let me post the next question now. So Shruti, rough time allocation per section on any strategy. So a strategy for this will be try to give a good amount of time for the quant section. So quant is something which is calculative and like not a lot of time, but 50 questions should be done in, because 200 questions should be solved in 2.5 hours. So 50 questions I expect to be done in, let's say at max 65-70 minutes. At max, to the max is 75 minutes, which is still I feel a lot, because half of the time is you are giving for quant section, so it is not good. So roughly your ideal target should be 50 questions should be done in 60 minutes. Also for analytical reasoning and logical reasoning, certain questions are based on the critical reasoning as well, if I remember correctly. So those questions can will take less amount of time. The questions from the verbal reasoning section, it will take less amount of time. So try to complete those sections, which is the logical reasoning section, quickly. Even the logical reasoning sections, we'll discuss about the questions which come in the logical reasoning as well in the upcoming sessions. So in logical reasoning, we can clearly see the questions are not very difficult. So try to solve those questions as well. Even in the quants, there are certain questions which can be solved in less than 30 seconds. So try to maximize those questions, try to solve all those questions which can be easily solved, and try to with questions which you find difficult, try to have let's say 1.5 minutes for those particular questions. So that will be my strategy. It is simple. Just give good amount of time for quant section, which is 60 minutes is something which I'll expect, 60 to 65 minutes. And the remaining 100 questions of logical reasoning and analytical reasoning, it should be done in 80-85 minutes. So this will definitely help you. Okay, so the time is up. We have Jay who has answered D. We have Weber who has answered 2. Okay, and Satyaki has answered 2. So all of you are correct. So again, in the MAHCET questions, we generally see there is a lot of redundant information which is not required. It is just given so that you just get confused. But the question does not, like the answer does not require this question, that information. So let's solve this one. It is given that bike A starts from point P towards Q at 13 km/h. So there is a point P and there is a point Q. This is P, this is P, this is Q. There is bike A which starts at from point P towards Q at 13 km/h. So it is traveling at 13 kmph. And bike B starts from point Q towards P at 17 kmph. So bike B is here and it moves from Q towards P. So it is moving towards in this direction. It is moving at 17 kmph. If the distance between P and Q is 864 km, so this distance is 864 kilometers. This distance is 864 kilometers. How far apart in kilometer will the bikes be 4 minutes before they meet? So let's say in this diagram, I'll say at this point, at somewhere at this point is when they are meeting. At this point, they both are meeting. It is asking for how far will the bikes be 4 minutes before the meeting. So let's say 4 minutes before the meeting, bike A is somewhere here. Bike A is somewhere here and bike B is somewhere here. So bike B is somewhere here and this is somewhere here. This says these 2 points are 4 minutes before the meeting. 4 minutes before the meeting. Now, if I just zoom out this diagram, I have one point which it is BA, that is bike A. One point which is bike B. Now bike A is traveling at a speed of 13 kmph. So 13 kmph. And bike B is traveling at a speed of 17 kmph. And they are meeting in the next 4 minutes. They are meeting somewhere here in 4 minutes. We have to find out what? We have to find out the distance between the bikes 4 minutes before the meeting. So we have to find out this distance. Or we can say this distance we have to find out. Certainly what we can do is basically we can apply the concept of relative motion. It is moving at 13 kmph and 17 kmph. Sorry, this is 17. Now they are moving towards each other. So their speeds will be add up. So they are combined relative speed relative. Since both of them are moving in the same direction, that is, both of them are moving in the opposite direction, that is, they are moving towards each other, their speeds will be added up. So relative speed will be 13 plus 17, which is equal to 30 kmph. And the time taken to meet is basically 4 minutes. So time will be, because we have to find out the distance between them when they are before the 4 minutes before they meet. So time will be 4 minutes, but my speed is in 30 kmph per hour. So 30 km in kilometers per hour. So what I'll do, I'll change this minutes to hours. So this will be 4 by 60, or I can write 1 by 15 hours. So the relative speed is 30 kmph and this time taken is 1 by 15 hours. Thus I can write total distance will be equal to 30 kmph, which is speed into time. So 30 into 1 by 15. Thus I can write the total distance 4 minutes before the meeting point. 4 minutes before the meeting, that is this D. D will be equal to 2 kilometers, because this 13 kmph, this distance plus this distance will be equal to 2 kmph as per the relative motion which we have calculated, and thus we can say the correct answer for this question will be option B, 2. If you have any doubt in this one, you can just ask. Okay, so I'll move to the next question now. You can just type out your doubt if you have any. Before explaining the next one, I'll explain this your particular doubt. Okay, so I've posted the next question now. So time is up. Okay, Shruti has answered 170, Satyaki 170, and Vaibhav has answered 170. So all of you are correct. 170 is indeed the correct answer. So let me just explain this question to you. It is given that a 100-meter long train running at a speed of 54 km per hour crosses a platform in 18 seconds. So basically, and it is asking what is the length of the platform. So platform will have certain length and train will have certain length. So if I say this is my train, which is 100 meter, and I have my platform, which I'll say this is my platform, and this is L. So initially, this is the point. This is the point when they are starting, when they are like entering to cross the platform. When the train is entering to cross the platform. Now this is my initial point. Now my final point will be what? This will be my platform. This will be my platform whose length is L. This was my starting point, that the left end of the platform was my starting point. It is moving in this direction. And my end point in the entire journey, it is asking for, it crosses the platform in 18 seconds. So crosses the platform means this is my train. And this will be the point when it has crossed the entire platform. So this is 100 meters. This was my starting point. So this was my starting point. This was my starting point, which I've got from here. This was my starting point. The left end of the platform was my starting point. And at this moment, that is when the backside, that is the rear end of the train has completely crossed the right side of the platform. The rear end of the train that when completely crossed the right side of the platform, it is the time at which the train has completely crossed the platform. So this takes 18 seconds. Now if we consider what is the total distance needs to be considered. This is my end point. This is certain the point at which I'll say the train, if I say this was my start point, this is the front end, and this is at the end point, this is my front end of the train. So total distance will be L plus 100. Total distance between the starting and the end point, that is when the train has covered the entire platform length, it will be L plus 100. So total distance is L plus 100. Now the time taken is 18 seconds. Time taken is 18 seconds. We are also given the speed of the train. Speed of the train is 54 km per hour. The speed of train is 54 km/h. Now this platform is a stationary platform. So we can consider the velocity or the speed of the platform will be 0. The speed of the train is 54 km/h. I have to change because this is L plus 100 meters and this is seconds. So I have to change it to meter per second. So what I can do, I can just multiply it by 5 by 18. So 54 into 5 by 18 will be 15 meters per second. Now the formula for this is total time taken. Time is equal to total length of platform and bridge divided by the total speed. speed of train. What is the total length? Total length is L plus 100. That is the combined length of platform plus bridge, platform plus train. So the combined length is L plus 100. And speed of train is what? Speed of train is 15 meter per second, and the time taken is 18 seconds. Time taken is 18 seconds, speed of train is 15 meter per second. Now because since the train was stationary, so we don't have to, the platform was stationary, so we don't have to worry about that. So L plus 100 is equal to 18 is equal to L plus 100 divided by 15. So 18 into 15 will be L plus 100, or I can write L plus 100 will be equal to 18 into 15 is 270. Thus I can write L is equal to 170 meter. What was L? L was the length of the platform. L was the length of the platform, and therefore I can write the length of the platform is 170 meter, and option E is the correct answer. Good Jay as well, good Kushini. All of you were correct. So we have people who are watching us live, but they are not liking the video. If you like the video, it will be reaching to more and more number of people, and thus since this is free of cost, it will be beneficial for all. So do like this video if you have not liked it yet. I'll move to the next question. Let me know if you have any doubts. So the time is up. I think Jay has answered it correctly, Satyika as well, Avehi as well, Vaibhav as well, Shruti and Kushi. All of you are correct. The answer is either option A or 11 seconds. Both is the correct answer. So it is given a train that is 150 meter long passes an electric pole in 5 seconds. So there is a train which is 150 meter long. This is a train, and this is 150 meter long, and this is the electric pole. It is passing this electric pole in 5 seconds. So thus I can say speed of train will be length of train plus length of pole. Now length of pole will be 0. Length of pole will be 0. We have to consider it as 0 because length of pole in comparison to length of train will be negligible. So I can say length of pole plus length of train, which is 150, divided by what is the total time taken? Time taken is 5 seconds by the train to completely cross the pole. So 155 divided by 5, I can say speed of train is 30 meters per second. Speed of train is 30 meters per second. Now we have how long will it take to cross a bridge that is 180 meter long. Now the same train, which is 150 meter long, it is passing a bridge. It is passing a bridge which is 180 meters long. It's passing a bridge which is 180 meters long. Now the train is 150 meter long and the bridge is 180 meter long. Our formula is time is equals to L of train plus length of bridge divided by speed of train plus speed of bridge. Our formula for that, to figure out the time taken is time taken by the train to completely cross the bridge will be length of train plus length of bridge divided by speed of train plus speed of bridge. Now what is the length of train? Length of train is 150. What is the length of bridge? Length of bridge is 180. So 150 plus 180 divided by what is speed of train? Speed of train is 30 meter per second, which we have calculated in the first part. So speed of train is 30 meter per second, and this bridge is stationary. This bridge is not moving. So thus I can say speed of bridge will be 0 meter per second. Thus I can write 150 plus 180, this is 330, and the combined speed will be 30. So 330 divided by 30, the time taken for this 150-meter long train to cross this 180-meter bridge will be 330 divided by 30, which is 11 seconds. Time taken will be 11 seconds, and therefore I can say option A, which is 11 seconds, is the correct answer. So all of you were able to answer this question. So let's move to the next question now. So now we have moved to averages. Now we have completed time and work. We have completed time, speed, distance as well. Now we'll discuss for averages and then percentages and all the other topics. Good, Yash. Good, Shruti. Good, Vaibhav. Good, Satyaki. Yeah, Satyaki is also correct. So time is up. Okay, so 4 people have got it correct. So this was a question which will take like around 60 to 70 seconds. So for these kind of questions, it can take 80 seconds as well for some people. So for these questions, that's why it is said that you have to save your time for the end, like for these kind of questions, because these questions have calculations, like these are calculation intensive. So let's solve this one. It is given that the average weight of 18 boys in a group is 49 kg. The average weight of 18 boys is 49 kg. So I can write 18 boys, average is 49 kgs. When a new boy is included, the average weight increases by 1.5 kg. So let's say there is one boy which has been added, and now the average is increased by 1.5 kg. So the new average will be what? New average will be 50.5. Because initially the average weight was 49 kg, and since one boy added, the average increased by 1.5 kg. So I have to find out the weight of this new boy. So let's say the weight of this new boy is W. Now 18 boys, average weight was 49 kg. So I can say total weight of these 18 boys will be, total weight of 18 boys will be 18 into 49. 18 into 49, so 18 9s are 2, 16 carry, and 18 4s are 72. So this is 882. Yes, 882. Yeah, 882 kg. So total weight of 18 boys will be 882 kgs. Now there is one more boy who has added. So there are in total now 19 boys. So total weight after the addition, after addition of one boy, total weight of 19 boys will be, total weight of 19 boys will be 19 into, what is the average weight now? Average weight is 50.5 kg. So 90 into 50.5. This will be equal to 959.5. The total weight of these 19 boys now, that is when one boy whose weight was W is added, it is 959.5 kgs. Now initially the weight of 18 boys was 882 kgs. So weight of 18 boys was 882 kgs. A boy of weight W was added to the group. The boy of weight W was added to the group, and now the total weight is 959.5 kg. So now the total weight is 959.5 kg. Initially the weight was 882. A boy whose weight was W was added in the group, and the total weight is now 959.5. Thus I wrote 882 plus W is equal to 959.5. Thus I can write W is equal to 959.5 minus 882, and thus I can say W is equal to 77.5. Thus the weight of that one boy who added in the group was 77.5 kgs, and therefore I can say option B, which is 77.5, is the correct answer. If you have any doubt in this one, you can just post it. I'll move to the next question now. Okay, so I've posted the next question. Someone who has done arithmetic previously 4-5 months back, if I want to revise forgetting some topic, formula or concept, we should revise each and every topic or solve question. So don't just go through the topics, like the topics and the important formula in each topic of the quant section. The most beneficial thing, or certainly the thing which will benefit you a lot, will be solving more and more questions. So when you solve more questions, you are applying more number of formulas, and when you're applying more number of formulas in more number of questions, the concept or that question, that formula is subconsciously being fitted in your mind. So don't spend a lot of time on theory, spend a lot of time on practice. Just keep on solving questions. As we mentioned, we are providing 10 mocks at just ₹499. So roughly, if I say there are 200 questions and 10 mocks, so 2000 questions are there, just you're getting from the mock section. So if you're able to solve all those 2000 questions, many of the formulas which are there, which will be used in the examination, will be directly fitted in your brain. So you don't have to worry about going through the theory again, or understanding the formulas again. Yes, analyze unsolved question and then topic. Yeah, this is also a very good strategy, Yash. So many of you, the time is up. Many of you have answered it, which is 44, and the 44 is the correct answer. Saranya is asking, are these actual CAT questions? No, these are on the basis of MAHCET questions. These are not on the level of CAT questions, and these are not also, these questions are not MAHCET directly previous year questions. We have considered all the MAHCET previous questions, and we have replicated them and tried to bring up the the level of difficulty as close to MAHCET questions. So these questions are based on the MAHCET actual examinations. So Vaibhav, Jay, Shruti, Yash and Satyaki, all of you are correct, I think. Option D, which is 44, is the correct answer. So let's solve this one. So it's saying that a set contains 5 numbers in ascending order. So let's say there are 5 numbers, which is A, and it is in ascending order. So A less than B, less than C, less than D, less than E. So A is less than B, less than C, less than C, less than D, less than E. So this is the 5 numbers in ascending order. The average of the first and second number is 38.5. So this is my first number and second number. So A plus B by 2 is equals to 38.5. It's further given the average of the fourth and fifth number is 55.5. So which is my fourth number? Fourth number is D and fifth number is E. So D plus E by 2 is equals to 55.5. If the average of all 5 numbers is 46.4, so average of all of these 5 numbers, which is 46.4, thus I can write A plus B plus C plus D plus E is by 5. A plus B plus C plus D plus E, which is 5. 5 are there, 5 numbers are there. So average of these 5, it is given as 46.4. It's given as 46.4. We have to find out the third number, and third number is C. So we have to figure out the value of C. Now we have A plus B as 38.5. The average of A plus B, A and B is 38.5. So A plus B by 2 is 38.5, or I can write A plus B is equal to 77. A plus B is equal to 77. The average of D and D is given to 55.5. So I can write D plus E by 2 is 55.5, or I can write D plus E is equals to 111. 55.5 into 2, this 2 I'll take on the right hand side. So 55 into 2 is 111. So D plus E is 111. Now it is given that a plus b plus c plus d plus e is 46. A plus b plus c plus d plus e divided by 5. The average of all these numbers is 46.4. So I can write a plus b plus c plus d plus e. This 5 I can take to the right hand side. So 46.4 into 5 will be roughly around 232. Now we are given a and b. The sum of a and b is 77. So this a plus b value I'll substitute here. This d plus e value I'll substitute here. So 77 plus c plus d plus e is 111. So this is 111 is equal to 232. So 77 plus 111 is 188. So c plus 188 is equal to 232, and thus I can write c is equal to 232 minus 188, and therefore c is equals to 44. Therefore I can say the correct answer will be option D, which is 44, which is our third number, the value of c, which is 44. So I think we have no doubts here. We can move to the next question as well. Most of you were able to answer it correctly. If you still have any doubt, you can just post your doubt in the chat box. I'll definitely clear it out. I think we have few more people who have joined in. I'll just request you to like the video as well. If you're liking the video, it is reaching to more and more number of people. So it will be helpful for all the students, for us as well, as we are putting in the efforts for you guys, and it will be helpful for you, the students as well. So the time is up. So I think Yash has answered option D, Jay has answered option D, and Vaibhav has answered 4:3. So option D 4:3 is the correct answer. Satyaki, option A, I think you have got something wrong. So just try to see what exactly you have gone wrong. So let me explain you this question now. 10 years ago, the average age of Ramesh and Suresh was 20 years. Okay. So let's say the current age, Ramesh is R and Suresh is S. Ramesh is R and Suresh is S. 10 years ago, the average age of Ramesh and Suresh was 20 years. So 10 years ago, what was the average age? Average age was 10 years ago, the age was Ramesh was and R minus 10. And what was the age of Suresh? Age of Suresh will be S minus 10. So 10 years ago, this is 10 years ago. The average age is 20 years. So R minus 10 plus S minus 10 divided by 2 will be 20 years. So 10 years ago Ramesh plus 10 years ago Suresh divided by 2 will be 20 years. The average age is 20 years. This I can write R plus S minus 20 is equal to 40, or I can write R plus S is equal to 60. R plus S is equal to 60. Now 15 years from now, the ratio of their ages will be 5:4. So 15 years from now means R plus 15. So 15 years later. 15 years from now means 15 years from the current time. 15 years from the current time. So 15 years from now, the age of the ratio of their ages will be 5:4. So I can write R plus 15 divided by S plus 15 is equal to 5:4. R plus 15 divided by S plus 15 is 5:4, or thus I can write 4R plus 60 is equal to 5s plus 75. Or thus I can further simplify this to 4r minus 5s is equal to 15. 4r minus 5s is equal to 15. Instead of s, what I can do, I can here s is equal to, I can write 60 minus r. And the value of s I can put here. S is equal to 60 minus r, and I can put in the value of s is equal to 60. So thus this will be equal to 4r minus 5 into 60 minus r. This will be equal to, 60 minus r. Sorry. (60 minus r) is equal to 15. So thus I can write 4r minus 300 minus 5r, plus 5r, minus 5 into minus r will be plus 5r is equal to 15. Or thus I can write 9r is equal to 300 plus 15, which is 315. Or I can write r is equal to 35. 315 divided by 9, r is equal to 35. If I put the value of r is equal to 35 in this, I can get s is equal to 60 minus r, so s is equal to 25. R is equal to 35 and s is equal to 25. Now what it is being asked, it is asking what will be the ratio of their ages 5 years from now. So ratio of their ages 5 years from now, this is their current age. What was r and s? R and s was their current age. So 5 years from now, their ratio of their ages will be 5 years later. 5 years later, the ratio of their ages will be 35 plus 5, which is 40 years, and 25 plus 5, which is 30 years. So 40 years for Ramesh, 30 years for Suresh, and thus ratio will be 40 is to 30, or I can write 4 is to 3. 40 is to 30, or I can write 4 is to 3, and therefore the correct answer will be option D, which is 4 is to 3. Yeah, Satyaki got it done 10 years from now, but question is yes. Okay, good. You are able to get it correct. That's very good. So I think again most of us were able to solve this question except Satyaki. He just missed a certain part and he was not able to solve this question correctly, but it's okay. He has got it correct. So let's move to the next question now. Now we have a mixtures question. We are done with averages as well. Because the time is up, I can see no answers for this one. Okay, maybe the question was not visible clearly. Okay, so I'll solve this question now. Okay, Yash has answered it, 16 is to 9. Okay, this is correct. So let me just solve this now. Good, Satyaki as well. Satyaki has also answered. That's very good. So it is given that a 20-liter solution contains milk and water in the ratio 4 is to 1. So there's a 20-liter solution and it contains milk and water in the ratio 4 is to 1. So milk is to water is equal to 4 is to 1. So thus I can say if this is a container which contains 20-liter solution I can write milk will be 16 liters because it is 4:1. So milk can be 4 by 5 into 20 and water will be 1 by 5 into 20. So milk is 16 liters and water will be 1 by 5 into 20, which is 4 liters. So milk is 16, water is 4. Now we have this. It is given further that 4 liters of the mixture are removed and replaced with water. Good Weber as well. Weber was also at 16:9. So 4 liters of mixture are removed and replaced with water. So if I say 4 liters of mixture is removed, 4 liters of mixture removed, what does this mean? Now when you're removing this mixture of 4 liters, this 4 liters also includes milk and water in the ratio 4:1. This 4 liter also contains milk and water ratio to be 4:1. So thus I can say in this 4 liter of mixture, milk will be what? Milk will be 4 by 5 into 4, which is equal to 3.2 liters. And water will be 1 by 5 into 4, which is equal to 0.8 liters. So milk is 3.2 liters and water is 0.8 liters. So thus I can say when this 4 liters of mixture is being removed, when the 4 liters of mixture is being removed, again the ratio will be 4:1. So thus 3.2 liters of milk is removed and 0.8 liters of water is removed. So thus if in this I can say after removing 4 liters, so 4 liter of mixture is removed, I can say 3.2 liters of milk is removed and 0.8 of water is removed. So thus the remaining quantity will be milk is equal, I'll just put this here, milk is equal to 12.8 liters, 12.8, and water is equal to 3.2 liters. So milk is 12.8, 16 minus 3.2 is removed, so 12.8, and water is 4 minus 0.8, which is 3.2 liters. Now in the question it is further given that it is replaced with water. So this 4 liter of solution, this is replaced with water, that is 4 liter of solution is being taken out and 4 liter of water is added. 4 liter of water is added. So when you are adding 4 liter of water, what will happen? Milk will remain the same. Milk will remain same, which is 12.8 liters. But what will happen to water? Water will be 3.2 liters of water is there and 4 liters of water is added as well. So total water quantity will be 7.2 liters now. Initially it was 3.2 liters. Now this mixture of 4 liter, when it is removed, it is replaced with 4 liter of pure water. So thus milk is 12.8, milk, the quantity of milk remains the same, but 4 liter of water is being added to the container. So thus water will be 7.2 liters. It is asking in the question, what is the new ratio of milk to water? So milk to water will be what? 12.8 is to 7.2. I can remove the decimals. It is 128 is 72. I can divide this by 8. So this will be 16 is to 9. 16 8 is 128 and 9 8 is 72. So the ratio is 16 is to 9. And therefore option C, 16 is to 9 will be the correct answer. Let me know if you face any difficulty in this question. Good Jay as well. Good Shruti, you were able to get this answer correctly. So I'll move to the next question. If you have any doubt, you can just post your doubt. So again, we have another mixtures question. Also, if you have any doubt regarding the MAHCET exam, you can just post that as well. I'll definitely answer those questions as well. So the time is okay, still 5 more seconds. Okay, Satyaki has answered the question, which is 20. Yes, as well. Good Vaibhav, good Shruti. All of you have answered 20 ml, which is correct. So let me solve this one now. It is given that a solution contains 40% alcohol by volume. How much pure alcohol must be added to 100 ml of the solution? So there is this solution whose initial volume is 100 ml. Now this 100 ml solution contains 40% alcohol by volume. What does this mean? The amount of alcohol in this 100 ml solution is 40%. Amount of alcohol in this 100 ml solution is 40%, which is equal to 40 ml. Thus the amount of alcohol will be 40 ml. Amount of thus the remaining part, which is most probably the water, will be 60 ml. How much pure alcohol must be added to 100 ml solution? So it is saying that certain amount of pure alcohol, let's say it is x ml, which needs to be added to make the concentration to be 50%. Let's say if now the new volume is 100 plus x, alcohol now I want to be 50%. That is half of what it is. So since it is it is pure alcohol is being added, so this x ml will directly go to the alcohol amount only. So this will be 40 plus x. Now this 100 plus x will be the total value. Initially it was 100 ml. X ml pure alcohol was added to it. So 100 plus x. Now if it is x ml pure alcohol, initially was my 40 ml pure alcohol. Now x ml pure alcohol is being added again. So this is 40 plus x now. Now it is saying that if this 40 plus x is half of 100 plus x, it is saying that it is 50% concentration. So this means that 40 plus x is half of 100 plus x. This 40 plus x is basically constituting the half of the entire solution. So 40 plus x I can write is equals to half of 100 plus x. Because the concentration it wants, it says that after adding pure alcohol is 50%. Thus I can say the water and alcohol, water is also 50%. Now water and alcohol is 1:1. Thus I can write 40 plus x is equal to half of 100 plus x. Or I can directly write 80 plus 2x is equal to 100 plus x, or x is equal to 20 ml. I can take x to the left hand side and 80 to the right hand side. So x will come out as 20 ml, and therefore option B, which is after adding 20 ml more, the ratio or the concentration of pure alcohol will come out as 1:1 or 50%. There is one more way of solving this. Now alcohol is 50%, water is 50%. X ml was added. X ml pure alcohol was added. So if this is 100 plus x, what I can say, this will remain 60 only. Why? Because initially it was 60 ml and there is no water addition to after this. There is no water addition, only pure alcohol is added. So this is 60 ml. Now water constitutes 50%. If the alcohol is 50%, the other 50% will be water. So if 60 ml is, if the water is 50%, so 60 ml, I can say the total volume should be 120 ml. The total volume of the solution should be 120 ml because my volume of water is 60 ml and it constitutes for 50% of the total mixture. So total volume will be 120 ml, and thus again you can just equate 100 plus x is equal to 120, and again you can get x is equal to 20 ml. So there are both the ways I have explained. I hope this is clear and most of you were able to get this question correct. Good, Prasadya as well, you also got it correct. Do like the video as well. I can see more and more people are joining now. New people are joining. So I'll just request you to like the video. It will allow us to reach to more number of students, and thus all will be benefited from it. Also, we have posted our course for the crash course, MBA CET or MAHCET crash course for 30 days. So do check out this as well. We are providing 230 plus practice tests, video lectures for all, study material, daily schedule as well, and 10 mocks as well. All these mocks are on the basis of MAHCET previous year papers. So do check out to them. The course price was originally 4,999, but now we are providing a discount of 2,000. Just use the code MAHCET 2000 and you will get this entire thing, the entire course at rupees 2,999. So do check out this course as well. And let me pose the next question now. Good Satyaki. Satyaki is correct, which is D. The time is up. Yes, Anil is also correct. Vehi is also correct. D, which is 16% loss. Prasada as well. Shruti as well. Vaibhav as well. All of you are correct, which is 16% loss. So let's move. Let's solve this one. A shopkeeper buys a product for rupees 100. So there is the cost price, which is 100 rupees. He marks up the product's price by 60%. So mark price is CP into 1 plus markup percentage. This is the formula. CP into 1 plus markup percentage. So I can write it is marked up by 60%. 60% marked up. So mark price I can write is equal to 100 into 1 plus 60 by 100. Or I can further write this as 160 rupees. So the mark price of the product is 160 rupees. And then offer successive discounts of 25% and 30%. What is his overall profit or loss percentage? Now, discounts is always given on the mark price. So my mark price is 160 rupees. Now, there is first a discount of 25% given to it. 25% discount. So 25% discount, again selling price will be mark price into 1 minus discount percentage. This is the formula. 1 minus discount percentage. The selling price will be 160 into 1 minus 25% or 25 by 100. So this is equal to 120. Now it is first provided a discount of 25% and then 30%. So initially it was a discount of 25% and now there is another discount of 30%. Discount of 30%. So thus I can write the new selling price will be 120 into 1 minus 30% or 1 minus 30 by 100. So the new selling price, or I can write the final selling price. Final selling price will be 120 into 1 minus 30 by 100 is 120 into 7 by 10, which is equal to rupees 84. So this is my final selling price and this was my cost price. My cost price was 100 and my selling price is 84. Thus, firstly, I can see cost price is greater than selling price. So thus I can conclude that there will be a loss. There will be a loss. And now I have to find out the loss percentage. So loss percentage will be amount of loss. Amount of loss will be what? Loss is equal to CP minus SP, which is 100 minus 84, or I can write 16. So 16 loss, which is 16 rupees divided by cost price. Cost price is 100 into 100. So loss percentage is loss divided by cost price into 100, and thus I can write loss is equal to 16%. So firstly, there is a loss, and there is a loss of how much? There is a loss of 16%, and therefore I can say option D, 16% loss is the correct answer. So again, most of you were able to answer this question. So let me move to the next question now. Good Prasad, good Anil as well. Good Shruti, all of you are able to solve this in 1 minute, less than 1 minute. This is very good. Vaibhav, good 24. Good Satyaki. So the time is up for this question, and I can see all of you are able to answer this question correctly, which is rupees 24. So let's solve this one now. It's saying a trader buys 80 mangoes for rupees 1280. During transportation, 20% of them are damaged. So there were 80 mangoes initially. Initially there were 80 mangoes and 20% were damaged. 20% damage means 20% cannot be used, cannot be sold. So thus, what is the remaining number of mangoes? The remaining number of mangoes, I can write remaining, is equal to 80 into 1 minus 20%. 80 into 1 minus 20%. Now 80 into 1 minus 20% is what? 20% is 1 by 5. 80 into 4 by 5 is 64 mangoes. So the remaining number of mangoes is 64 mangoes. Now, at what price per mango should he sell the remaining mangoes so that he earns a profit of 20%? Okay. So initially these 80 mangoes, the cost is rupees 1280. The cost is rupees 1280. He wants to earn a profit of 20%. He wants to earn a profit of 20%, which means now if this is the cost price and he wants to earn a profit of 20%, thus I can write selling price is equal to what? Cost price into 1 plus profit percentage. So selling price will be what? Selling price will be 1280 into 1 plus 20%, or I can write 1280 into 1.2, which will be 1280 into 1.2, and this will roughly be 6, 9 carry 1536 rupees 1536. So this is his desired selling price. This is his desired selling price. If the cost price was 1280, he wanted to sell it at a profit of 20%. So his desired selling price is 1536. Now the desired selling price is 1536 and the number of mangoes which he can sell is 64 mangoes. This is the desired selling price which he wants to sell it for. Like he wants to earn a profit of 20%. So he has to sell the entire stock of mangoes at 1536 rupees. And how many mangoes are there in his stock? There are only 64 mangoes left in the stock. Why? Because 20% of them were damaged. So I can write there are only 64 mangoes in the stock, and total selling price should be 1536. The price of one mango will be total price, which is 1536. He wants to earn a 20% profit, so the total price will be 1536, and total number of mangoes is 64. So 1536 divided by 64, this will roughly come out as 2, which is 128, 256, 24. So thus I can say he should sell each mango at rupees 24 if he wants to earn a profit of 20% after 20% of his stock was damaged, and therefore rupees 24 per mango. Option C will be the correct answer. Priyanshu, maybe you might have missed a certain thing, or you might have mistyped it. It is not 20, it is 24. Yes, okay. So let me move to the next question now. And guys, if you have not liked the video, do like the video as well. It will reach to more and more number of people. We are putting in a lot of efforts, and we like at least deserve a like for this one. Also, this is going to reach to more number of people if you're liking the video. So do like the video. Good, Anil. If you're able to solve these questions in less than 1 minute, that is very good. Because certainly what will happen at the day of the examination, all these 50 questions will be done in 50 to 60 minutes, which is an ideal case for getting your marks maximized in logical reasoning and analytical reasoning as well. So time is up. Yes, as well, you have got it correct, which is 1350. Weber as well, 1350 is the correct answer. So very good. So let me solve this one now. After a 20% decrease in the price per kg of fruits, Mohan buys 250 gram of fruits for rupees 270. So Mohan is buying 250 gram of fruits, 250 gram fruits at rupees 270. Mohan is buying 250 gram of fruits at rupees 270. So thus what I can say, if I multiply both sides by 4 into 4 and into 4, I can write 1000 gram fruits, 1000 gram or 1 kg of fruits, 1000 grams or 1 kg of fruits, he can buy it at rupees 270 into 4, which is rupees 1080. So he can buy 1 kg of fruits at rupees 1080. It is given that it is a 20% decrease in the price per kg of fruit. So this rupees 1080 is a 20% decrease. There was certain price P per kg. The price of the fruits were P per kg, but after a 20% per kg, it came out to 1080 per kg, because then only he can get this 250 gram of fruits at rupees 270. So after a 20% decrease, it is reduced to 1080. What is the original price in rupees per kg? So this was my original price, which was P per kg, and after the original price was decreased by 20%, it came out as 1080. So I can write original into 1 minus decrease percentage is equal to my new value or my new price of fruits. So what is the original value? Original value I have assumed as P per kg. So I'll assume I'll take it as P. 1 minus what is decrease percentage after a 20% decrease. It is given after a 20% decrease. So 1 minus 20% will be 1 minus 20 by 100. And what is my new price? My new price is 1080. That is, after a 20% decrease in price P, my price is 1080 per kg, and therefore I am getting rupees at 270 rupees. I am getting 250 gram. So thus I can say this is 1080. Now this will be 1 by 5, and 1 minus 1 by 5 is 4 by 5. So P into 4 by 5 will be equal to 1080, and thus this is 270. Thus P is equal to 270 into 5, which is rupees 1350. Therefore I can say the correct answer for this question will be the original price will be rupees 1350 per kg. After a 20% decrease, it will come out as rupees 1080 per kg, and therefore 250 gram for rupees 270. So option D is the correct answer. So good Evahi, good Prasadya, good Satyaki as well. All of you were correct. So let me move to the next question now. If you have any kind of doubt, feel free to post. I'll definitely clear it out. If you're not able to understand any part of the solution, I'll definitely clear out everything again. Just let me know if any part of it is not clear. So I think now we are at percentages. So post percentages, I think we will have. Okay, I think this is profit and loss only. Okay. Then we'll have interest question, and then we'll have percentages, and then we'll move to linear and quadratic equations, then geometry, and then number systems. So we'll try to cover as many topics as we can. Good Anil, good Satyaki, good Prasadya, good Evahi. Again, these kind of questions should be done in, let's say, 30 to 40 seconds, because then only you are able to solve the other questions which require certain calculations, which will take 1.5 minutes to solve. So the time saved on these questions can be used on those questions which have certain complex calculations which will take your time. So the time is up. Most of you are able to answer, which is 5%. So let me provide the solution. So a car was bought at a 30% discount on its original price. So let's say my original price original price, and if you read the entire question, and later sold at 50% increase over the purchase price, by what percent is selling price higher than the original price? So my final answer is in percentage value only. So what I can do, I can assume one value. So let me assume that original price of the car was rupees 1 lakh. Original price of the car was rupees 1 lakh. I'll assume, because ultimately I have to just find out the percentage, and percentage is what? Percentage is just comparison of the initial and the final value. So I don't have to worry about the values here, because even if I take 1 lakh, even if I take 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 40 lakhs, whatever I take, my ultimate percentage will be same. So original price is rupees 1 lakh. This car was bought at 30% discount on its original price. So the car at which it was bought, car bought at 30% discount. So 1 lakh into 1 minus 30%. So there was a discount of 30% which is provided. So 1 lakh into 1 minus 30%, this comes out to be 70,000. So original price was 70,000. It was bought at, original price was rupees 1 lakh and it was bought at rupees 70,000. And later sold at a 50% increase over the purchase price. So this purchase price was 70,000. So purchase price is 70,000. It was sold at a 50% increase over the purchase price. So at this 50% increase, it is being sold. It is sold at a 50% increase. So 70,000 into 50% is 70,000 into 1.5, or I can write it as 105,000, which is 1,05,000. It is asking by what percentage is the selling price higher than the original price. So this is my new selling price. It is sold at a 50% higher price than the purchasing price. So my selling price is what? Selling price is 1,05,000. So selling price is 1,05,000 and my original price is 1 lakh. So this is my selling price and this is my original price, which is 1 lakh. What is the percentage change it is asking for? By what percent is the selling price higher than the original price? So percentage increase. So percentage will be what? 1,05,000, which is the selling price, minus the original price divided by the original price into 100. So the new selling price minus the original price, because original price is something which against which we have to compare, and we have to compare the new selling price. So selling price minus original price divided by original price into 100. This will come out as 5,000 into 100 divided by 1 lakh, or ultimately it will come out as 5%. 5,000 into 100 will be 5 lakh, and 5 lakh divided by 1 lakh will be 5%, and therefore option D, which is 5%, will be the correct answer. Yeah, Prasad, you can do that. Assume 100, it will be very easy. And again, most of you were able to solve this question correctly, so this is very good. So let me move to the next question. Again, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask. I'll explain the entire question again. So I believe this is the last question in profit and loss, and then we'll move to I think interest. Good Yash, good Prasadya, good Anil, good Weber. Good Avehi, I think the time is up now. All of you, very good. You are able to solve it correctly. So let me solve this one now. Two products A and B have the same cost price. If A is sold at 15% profit and B at 8% profit, what is the overall profit percentage? Again, we have to find out the percentage. So we have to just compare the two values. So what I'll do, I'll assume this cost price. I'll assume this cost price to be something. Now A and B both have the same cost price. So what I'll do, this is my cost price. A and B, I'll assume both of them is 100 rupees. A and B, I'll assume both of them is 100 rupees. Since both the cost prices of both the items, both the products is same. So A and B, I'll assume it as 100 rupees. Now A is sold at a profit of 15%. So A is sold at a profit of 15% and B is sold at a profit of 8%. And we know selling price is equal to what? Cost price into 1 plus profit percentage. Selling price into cost, selling price is equal to cost price into 1 plus profit percentage. So profit percentage is 15% and profit percentage is 8%. The selling price for A will be 15% of 100 is rupees 15 and therefore selling price of A will be rupees 115. Profit for B is 8% and 8% of rupees 100 is 8 rupees. So selling price of B will be rupees 108. Thus I can say it is asking for the overall profit percentage, that is the profit percentage when both the prices are combined, for when both the products prices are combined. So the total cost price, if I have to write out total CP is rupees 200, 100 for A and 100 for B. What is my total SP? Total SP will be 15% profit for A and 8% profit for B. So for A it is 115 and for B it is 108. So total SP will be rupees 223. My total cost price is rupees 200 and my total selling price is rupees 223. Thus I can say, now I can clearly see selling price is greater than cost price, so there will be a profit. And how do we calculate the profit percentage? Profit percentage is equal to selling price minus cost price divided by cost price into 100. So what is my selling price? Selling price is 223. What is my cost price? Cost price is 200. So 223 minus 200 divided by, what is my cost price again? Cost price is 200 into 100. So 223 minus 200 divided by 200 into 100. Thus I can say this will be cancelled and this will be 23 divided by 2, or I can write 11.5%. The profit percentage will be 11.5%, and therefore I can say option C, 11.5% is the correct answer. I think again most of you were able to solve non-stop part. Very good. This is option C is the correct answer. So let me move to the next question now. So now we are starting for the interest questions. Prasadya, do check out what exactly is being asked. Good, Yash. Yes, Prasadya, very good. Again, Evai, check out what is being asked. It is not asking for the amount, it is asking for the interest. Good, Vaibhav. So time is up. Good, non-stop art. This is correct. So let me solve this one now. What is the compound interest on rupees 12,000 at 10% per annum for 2 years compounded annually? So there is a compound. It is compounded annually. Now amount. Let's say if this is my principal. Principal is rupees 12,000. Principal is 12,000. Rate of interest is 10%. And time is 2 years. So what is my amount after n years? Amount of after n years is given by p into 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power t. This is how we calculate amount after t years. Let's say this is t. Amount after t years will be p into 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power t, where p is the principal amount, r is the rate of interest, and t is the time taken. So amount I have to find out after 2 years. So A2 will be what? A2 will be P is 12,000. 1 plus, what is rate of interest? Rate of interest is 10%. So 10 divided by 100. And what is the time period? Time period is 2 years. So 1 plus 10 by 100 to the whole power 2. I can thus write 12,000 into 1.1 ka whole square, or A2 will be what? 12,000 into 1.21, or I can write A2 is equals to 14520. A2 is equal to 14520 rupees. Now we have to find out the compound interest. We have to find out the compound interest. We don't have to find out the value after 2 years, which is 14520. We don't have to find out the value after 2 years. We have to find out the compound interest. So compound interest will be what? The interest part, or CI, is equal to A2, which is amount after 2 years, minus the principal amount. This is how you calculate the interest which you have received. The amount after certain years is being subtracted from the principal amount. Thus I can write what is amount after 2 years. It is 14520. And what was the principal amount? Principal amount was 12,000. Thus I can say the compound interest after 2 years will be 14520 minus 12,000. This is rupees 2520. Compound interest is rupees 2520, and therefore option A. What is the compound interest after compound interest on rupees 12,000? It is 2,520 rupees. Okay. Again, okay, good, you were able to get it correct. Good study.in as well. So let me move to the next question now. Good, Anil. Good, non-stop art. Good, Prasadya. Good, study.in. So time is up. I think most of you are able to get this answer correctly. Yes, Weber, very good. So I'll just explain this question now. Good, Evai. Okay. Find the compound interest in rupees 2,000 if the rate of interest is 5% in the first year and 10% in the second year. So if the rate of interest is same, let's say if I have amount after n years, it is generally given by p into 1 plus r by 100 to the whole power n, where p is the principal, r is the rate of interest, and n is the number of years. But in this question, like certain cases, what happens? This rate of interest is not constant. That is, in this case, what we are saying that the rate of interest is same for every year. Now, in certain questions, what will happen? The rate of interest will be R1 for the first year, then R2 for the second year, then R3 for the third year. Thus, how we have to calculate this is basically AN, that is amount after n years, will be principal into 1 plus R1 by 100. That is rate for the first year. So rate of interest for the first year. Then into 1 plus R2 divided by 100. That is rate of interest for the second year. Into 1 plus R3 divided by 100. That is rate of interest for the third year, and up till this goes on till 1 plus Rn divided by 100. So this is the case when the rate of interest are changes, when this ROI or the rate of interest are changing. And in this case, we can clearly see in this question that the rate of interest in the first year is 5% and 10% in the second year. So I can write R1 is equal to 5% and R2 is equal to 10%. We have to find out the compound interest after 2 years. So firstly, we have to find out what will be the value of the value of this rupees 2000 after 2 years. So A2 will be P into 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100. Now A2 will be, what is principal amount? Principal amount is rupees 2000. What is rate of interest? Rate of interest is R1 and R1 is 5% and R2 is 10%. So 1 plus 5 by 10 into 1 plus 10 by 10. So 1 plus 5 by 100 into 1 plus 10 by 100. So this is 2000 into 1.05. This will roughly be equal to 2100. This part will be equal to 2100. And this 1 plus 10 by 100 will be 1.1. So 2100 into 1.1 will be roughly around, this goes 210, 21, 23. So this is 2310. So amount after 2 years will be rupees 2310 when the rate of interest for the first year is 5% and for the second year is 10%. We have to find out the compound interest. Again, don't get confused. We have to find out the compound interest, and therefore compound interest will be what? Amount after 2 years minus the principal amount. Amount after 2 years minus the principal amount. So compound interest will be, what is the amount after 2 years? It is 2310. And what is my principal amount? Principal amount is 2000. So compound interest is 2310 minus 2000. So this compound interest will be rupees 310. And therefore option D, which is 310, is the correct answer. Again, most of you were able to solve this question correctly. So let me move to the next question now. Okay. Good, Anil. Good, Prasadek. Good, Vaibhav. So time is up now. Very good. Who all were able to get this correctly, or able to solve this correctly. So let me just write the solution for this one. So what is the minimum number of years what is the minimum number of complete years required for a sum invested at 50% compound interest to become more than 3 times the principal? Okay. So I want my amount after n years to be greater than 3 times my principal amount. So let's say principal is P. Principal amount, let's say it is P rupees. Let's say I have invested amount P. I want amount after n years to be more than 3 times the principal. So AN should be greater than 3P. My rate of interest is given as 50%. ROI is given as 50%. That is compound interest. Now what was my formula? AN is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the whole power n. Amount after n years for compound interest scheme is given by AN, P into 1 plus R by 100 to the whole power n. So again we'll use the same. What is the principal value? Principal amount is P. So P into 1 plus, what is the rate of interest? Rate of interest is 50. So 1 plus 50 by 100 to the whole power n. We have to find out the value of n. We have to find out the minimum number of complete years required for a sum of interest at 50% Ci to become more than 3 times the principal. So thus this is my the amount after n years, and this should be greater than 3p. I have to find out the value of n such that this is greater than 3p. The left hand side is greater than 3p. So this p and p get cancelled, and 1 plus 50 by 100 is 1.5. So 1.5 to the whole power n is greater than 3. We want this one. Now what we'll do, I'll just use the trial and error method. I'll substitute the values of n, 1, n2, n3 and n4. So I've put the value of n is equal to 1. 1.5 to the whole power 1 is what? 1.5. Now this is less than 3, so I can eliminate this case. Now I'll put n is equal to 2. Now 1.5 to the whole power 2, 1.5 square will be 2.25. And again this 2.25 is less than 3, so again I can eliminate this. Now if I put n is equal to 3, 1.5 to the whole power 3 will be 3.375. 15 whole cube is 3375, so 1.5 to the whole power 3 is 3.375. Now this is greater than 3, that's my minimum value of n, and it is also asking for the complete years. So complete year means we have to find out the integer values of year. Complete years means we have to find out the integer value of years. So if I put n is equal to 3, it gives me 1.15 ka whole cube as 3.375, which is greater than 3. So the minimum, and we have to find out the minimum value, minimum number. So the minimum number of years, so that this amount becomes 3 times the principal amount is 3 years. So n is equal to 3 years will give me the amount to be more than 3 times the principal amount, and therefore I can say option B, 3 will be the correct answer. Any doubt in this one? Let me know if you have any doubt in this one. Okay, I'll pose the next question now. I can see more people are joining in, but they're not liking the video. I'll request you to like the video if it will reach us to more and more number of students, and thus more students will be benefited. So time is up. Only Anil was able to answer this, which is C10. Okay, and we have, I think we have one more person. Yeah, Prasade was also able to answer this question, which is 10. So let me solve this one for you. So it is given a sum of money doubles in 5 years at X% simple interest. At 5 years at X% simple interest. So there's a amount of money which now it is simple interest at X% and it doubles. So let's say this is my amount A. It is 5% simple interest scheme, and it just basically doubles. It becomes 2A in 5 years. And this is X% simple interest, sorry. This is X% simple interest, and it becomes in 5 years, this amount becomes 2A. At Y% simple interest, the same sum would become 10 times in 30 years. Okay, the same sum, that is at the same amount A, at Y% simple interest, it becomes 10 times in 30 years. So this becomes 10A in 30 years. So it becomes 10a when it is 5% simple interest in 30 years. I have to find out the value of y minus x. So firstly, what is the amount after n years in simple interest scheme? So amount after n years in simple interest scheme is P into 1 plus RT by 100. This is the formula. Amount after n years in a simple interest scheme. In compound interest, it is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the whole power T, where P, R and T are principal, rate of interest and time. Now for simple interest, it is P into 1 plus RT by 100. So I'll apply this formula in both the cases. So let's apply that in this first case. My AN, that is amount after 5 years, is 2A. So I can write 2A is equal to, what is my original principal? Original principal amount is A. So 2A is equal to A into 1 plus, what is rate of interest? Rate of interest is X%. So 1 plus X into, what is the time period? Time period is 5 years. So 1 plus X into 5 divide by 100. Now this A and A will get cancelled, and 2 is equal to 1 plus 5x by 100, or I can write 1 is equal to 5x by 100. 1 is equal to 5x by 100. This 1 comes to the left hand side, and thus I can write x is equal to 20%. X is equal to 20%. Now I'll apply the same formula for the second equation. For the second scenario, for this one, my AN will be, in this case, is 10A. That is amount after n years, amount after 30 years is 10A. So 10A is equal to A into, what is 1 plus, what is my rate of interest now? Rate of interest is y, so 1 plus y into amount, time period is 30 years. So 1 plus y into 30 divide by 100. Now this is A and A get cancelled, and 1 will go to the left hand side. So this will become 9 is equal to, the 0 get cancelled, so 3y by 10. So 9 is equal to 3y by 10. I can write this 9 goes 3 times. So y is equal to 30%. Y is equal to 30%. So in the first case, after solving, I am getting x is equal to 20%. The rate of interest in the first case 20%, and the rate of interest in the second case, which is y, it comes out as 30%. Thus I can write the value of y minus x. Y minus x is equal to 30 minus 20, and this is equal to 10%. The value of 30 minus 20 is 10%, and therefore I can say the value of y minus x is 10. Okay, so not many people were able to get it correct. So x is equal to 20 and y is equal to 30. It's okay. This was a good question. If you have any doubt in this one, you can just ask. I'll definitely clear this out. I'll move to the next question now. Okay. If you have any doubt in any of the previous questions, you can feel free to ask. I'll definitely go to that question particularly for you and definitely clear that question. So time is up. Still not able to see any answers. So let me just solve this one. If you're not able to solve, it's okay. This was slightly calculative questions, and these are the questions for which you should save your time for the end. So now we have in this question, it is given that Arjun, Ram and Sahil divided some sweets among themselves. Arjun received 1/5 of the number of sweets that Sahil received, and Ram received 60% of the total number of sweets. So what I'll do, I'll assume total number of sweets, total sweets is equal to n. Now Arjun, Ram and Sahil divided some sweets among themselves. So Arjun, there are 3 people, Arjun, Ram and Sahil. Firstly it is given that Arjun received 1/5 of the number of sweets that Sahil received. So if I say that Sahil received 5x chocolates, Arjun received 1/5 of the 5x, and thus x. Why I have assumed this as 5x? Because if I assume this as x, this will become x by 5, and I don't want to basically involve myself into fractions much. So that's why I assumed Sahil has 5x, and thus Arjun has got 1/5 of the sweets received by Sahil. So 1 by 5 into 5x, which is x. And it is further given that Ram receives 60% of the total number of sweets. So 60% means if there are n sweets, so 60% of n is 3 by 5 into n, or I can write 3n by 5. Now, what I can do, basically I know all of the sweets are divided among Arjun, Ram and Sahil. So x plus 3n by 5 plus 5x, this should be equal to n. This should be equal to total number of sweets. So I can write x plus 3n by 5 plus 5x is equal to n. Or I can write 6x is equal to n minus 3n by 5, or 6x is equal to 2n by 5. And thus I can write x is equal to n by 15. If I further solve this, x will come out as n by 15. So if I further write this down, what is the number of chocolates Arjun will get? Arjun will get n by 15 chocolates, n by 15 sweets. What is the number of sweets which Ram will get? Ram will get 3n by 5, which will remain 3n by 5 only. And Sahil will get 5x chocolates. So Sahil will get 5 into x is 5 into n by 15, which is n by 3. Now if we sum this up, n by 3 plus 3n by 5, this is equal to 9n by 15 and 5n. 14n by 15 plus n by 15, this is 15n by 15 or 50n. So the sum of all these three is n, and therefore I can say what is the ratio of number of sweets received by Arjun to that of Ram? So I have to find out the ratio of Arjun is to Ram. What is Arjun? Arjun is n by 15. What is Ram? Ram is 3n by 5. I'll multiply both of these by 15 and multiply both of these quantities by 15. What I'll get is n is to 3n by 5 into 15 will be 5 into 5, 15 divided by 5 is 3, so n is to 9n, and thus I can write Arjun is to Ram is 1 is to 9. Arjun is to Ram is 1 is to 9, and therefore I can say the correct answer will be option B, which is 1 is to 9. So I can see the answer of Anil only. This was a fairly good question, and this involved certain calculations as well and certain fractions as well. So it could have taken time for you to solve. So if you have any doubt, just feel free to post it. Let me move to the next question now. You can see new people are joining in, but like number of likes remain the same. So I'll just again reiterate this point that if you are liking this video, it is reaching to more and more number of people, and this is our motto, to reach as many people as we can. So do like the video. This is going to be very beneficial if you are serious for the MAHCET exam, or for all the participants who are serious for the MAHCET exam. Good है भाई. Good Anil. 128 is the correct answer. Good Webber as well. So time is up. Let me just solve it for you. Few of you are able to solve this question. Okay. So it is given that a number is decreased by 25% and then increased by 25%. So let's say I have a number n. It is first decreased by 25%. It is first decreased by 25% and then it is increased by 25%. It is first decrease by 25% and then increase by 25%. So if I say decrease by 25%, 25% I can write 25% is equal to 25 by 100 and this is equal to 1 by 4. So n is first decreased by 25% means n is first reduced by 1 by 4. So n is first reduced by 1 by 4, this is equal to 3n by 4. N is first reduced by 1 by 4, it is equal to 3n by 4. Now it is then increased by 25%. So n is now increased by 25% means this is plus 1 by 4, or I can write this will be equal to n is first reduced by 1 by 4, this is 1 minus 1 by 4, which is 3n by 4. Now it is increased by 25%, so 3n by 4 into 1 plus 1 by 4, or I can further write this as 3n by 4 into 5 by 4, or this can be further written as 15n by 4. So n after decreasing by 25% and then increasing by 25% will become 15n by 16. This is 15n by 16. So decreasing by 25% and increasing by 25% will make it 15n by 16. Now the resulting number, that is this 15n by 16, is 8 less than original number. So this 15n by 16 is 8 less than original number, which is n minus 8. So this 15n by 16 is 8 less than original number. Thus I can say n minus 8 is equals to 15n by 16, and thus I can take this 15n by 16 to the left hand side and 8 to the right hand side. N by 16 is equal to 8, or I can write n is equal to 128. So n is equal to 128 will be my original number, and it is asking for the original number, which is option A, 128. Good, Prasad as well, you were able to get it correct as well. So let me move to the next question now. So the time is up. I have not received any answer up till now. So let me just solve this for you. This was a question which might take like this involves some calculations. It might take time for you. So Ajay has two varieties of rice, one costing rupees 40 per kg. Let's say there are two varieties of rice. It says A and B. Let's say A and B are the two varieties of rice. So A is rupees 40 per kg and the other is rupees 28 per kg. Okay. So A is, let's say, 40 per kg and B is 28 per kg. In what ratio should he mix them so that by selling the mixture at rupees 42 per kg, he makes a profit of 20%? Okay, let's say this A is A kgs and this B is small b kgs. The quantity of A type of rice is A kgs and the second variety of rice is B kgs. Now he wants to sell the mixture at 42 per kg and he makes a profit of 20%. So what it is saying, that selling price is rupees 42 per kg. And at this selling price, he is earning a profit of 20%. He is earning a profit of 20%. Thus, I can say, since selling price is equal to cost price into 1 plus profit percentage by 100. So, thus I can say if my selling price is 42, cost price I have to find out 1 plus what is profit? Profit is 20%. So, 1 plus 20 by 100. Thus, I can write CP into 1.2 is equals to 42, or I can further write this as CP is equals to rupees 35. This means the cost price of the overall mixture the cost price of this overall mixture should be rupees 35 per kg. Because if you are selling it at rupees 40 per kg, you are making a profit of 20%. Thus, the cost price of this mixture, which is A kgs and A kgs of variety A and B kgs of variety B, should be rupees 35 per kg. Now, if A is A kgs and it is rupees 40 per kg, so total value of A rice will be rupees 40A. Total cost price of variety A will be rupees 40 into small a. Total price of variety B will be 28 into small b, which is 28B. The total price of the total cost price of the variety B will be 28 into B. So this is total cost price is 40A plus 28B. Now the entire mixture can be sold at rupees 35 per kg. That is, if I have A kgs from A and B kgs from B, so the total quantity will be for this is A plus B kgs. So total quantity is A plus B kgs. I can sell this A plus, the cost price of this A plus B kgs will be 35 per kg. So I can also write this as total cost price can also be written as 35 into A plus B. 35 into A plus B, because my overall cost price for the mixture is rupees 35 per kg. This was my individual cost price, rupees 48 and rupees 28B, which is the individual cost price for variety A and variety B. So 40A plus 28B can be written as 35 into A plus 35 into B. So 40A plus 28B is equals to 35A plus 35B. Now if I take this to the left hand side and this to the right hand side, I'll get 5A is equal to 7B, or I can further write this as A upon B is equal to 7 upon 5. Thus I can get the ratio of the mixture, that is A is to B. I can write 7 is to 5 or 5 is to 7. If I just check the options, the ratio of the mixtures can be 5 is to 7 or 7 is to 5. Both are the correct options, because it is not giving the order in which we have to find out the ratio. So the correct order will be 5 is to 7, option E. Yeah, okay. Abhay was able to answer, Prasad was able to answer, Weber was able to answer. Let me just explain the alligation method as well. So I have figured out the cost price to be rupees 35 per kg. Now I have my variety A, which is A kgs, and I have a variety B, which is B kgs. The price of A is rupees 40 per kg and price of B is rupees 28 per kg. And we have the overall cost price, that is the mixture, the cost price of the mixture comes out to be rupees 35 per kg. So I can write rupees 35 per kg. The overall cost price of the mixture to be rupees 35 per kg. Now we'll use the alligation methods. What we'll do, we'll subtract this part and we'll subtract this part. So this value will be equal to 40 minus 35, which is equal to 5, and this value will be equal to 35 minus 28, which is equal to 7. Therefore, and if I say this is A kg, this is B kgs, A is to B will be equal to 7 is to 5. This is how you can use the alligation methods, which is a fairly simple method. You can avoid the calculations from this step. Like after this step, you can just avoid the calculation, and if you know the concept of alligation, you can just directly apply A kgs and B kgs 40 28. This is 35 per kg is the overall cost price. So you have to just apply the concept of alligation to get the ratio as 7 is to 5. I hope this is clear, and I'll move to the next question now. Okay, I can see few people have joined in now. So again, I'll just reiterate this. I have just said about this course like a lot of time in this video. I'll just reiterate this. You can use the code MAHCET 2000 for getting the maximum discount. Like the current price is rupees 4999. It is rupees 4999. But if you use this code MAHCET 2000, you'll get a 2000 rupees off, and thus you'll get the course at rupees 2999. So you'll get the course at rupees 2999. Now what this course is providing you, this is providing you day-wise schedule for each video. Then you are also the day-wise schedule for the entire 1 month. The exam is scheduled on 6 to 8 March, 6 to 8 April. The first phase is scheduled from 6 to 8 April. So for the next 30 days, you will be provided a schedule from 1st March to 31st March. We are providing the schedule. Day-wise schedule. We are providing you 230 plus practice tests as well. We are providing you video lectures as well for each topic. The entire course is designed by Saili ma'am. and she has gone through all the previous year papers to design this particular course. We are also providing you 10 All India level mocks. All these mocks are on the basis of last 4 to 5 years MAHCET papers, and we have just replicate the difficulty of whatever they are providing. We have just considered those papers, and we have replicated the difficulty on these mocks. So do enroll in this course, because it will ultimately be very beneficial for you if you are serious for the MAHCET course. Again, 2,999 is not a very high price. If you can, let's say, if you're able to get a very high score in the MAHCET exam, you will certainly get a very good college like JBMS or certain other colleges. So do give these mock, do try to enroll yourself in this course. It will be very beneficial for you. So also we are providing this 10 MAHCET mocks. So apart from this course, we are also providing you 10 MAHCET mocks. All these 10 mocks will be available to you at just rupees 499. So at 499, you will get all 10 MAHCET level mocks. All these mocks, I'll reiterate this, are made on the basis of last 4 to 5 years difficulty of the previous year papers. So do give these mocks. Mocks are the best way to check your standings, where do you stand and how good is your preparation. So it will be very beneficial for you if you give these mocks. All these 10 mocks will be very fruitful for you just before the examination. So do enroll yourself for the mocks as well, and check out the course as well. Course is also very good, and it is designed by Saili ma'am, so it will ultimately be very beneficial to you. So with this, let me move to the next question. Good, Avahi. Good, Prasad. Good, Vaibhav. Okay, so time is up. 3 people have got the answer correct, so this is very good. So let me solve this for you. When 4900 is divided by the square of a number and the result is multiplied by 20, the final product is 500. So 4900 is divided when 4900 is divided by the square of a number. Let's say this number is n. So 4900 when divided by the square of a number, which is n square, and the result, that is this 1400 divided by n square, is multiplied by 20. So 1400 into n square multiplied by 20, the final product is final product is 500. So this is our equation which we have to solve. I can take n square to the right hand side and 500 we can bring to the denominator. So 1400 into 20 divided by 500 will be equal to n square. The 0 get cancelled and this 20 goes by 5 4 times. So n square I can write it as 49 into 4, or I can write it as n square is equal to 196. Now if you should know that 14 square is 196. So if I take under root both sides, n will come out as to be 14, and thus what we have to find out, what is the number? So we have to find out the value of n, and the value of n is 14, which is option C. I hope this was clear to all of us, all of you, and let me move to the next question now. So now we are moving to linear and quadratic equations, the algebra questions, and then we'll move to geometry, I think. Yeah, after this we are moving to geometry, and then we'll try to cover number systems if possible. Okay, so time is up. Prasad has put D question mark. Yes, D is the correct answer. You're correct. Good. Shrujit as well. Very good. D is the correct answer. So in this question it is given, for what value of m will the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 6x plus m be rational and unequal? So if you want the roots to be rational and unequal, what you have to do is basically your D should be a perfect square. What is your D? D is your discriminant. Discriminant, or D is equal to b square minus 4ac. Let's say if your quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then your discriminant should be that is b square minus 4ac should be should be a perfect square. Discriminant should be a perfect square. Why? Because if you see what is your roots, the roots of the equation are minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now if this value also it should not be equal to 0. It should not be equal to 0. The discriminant should not be equal to 0, and discriminant should be a perfect square. Why it should not? It should be a perfect square because we want rational roots, and why it should not be equal to 0? Because we want unequal roots. The reason for this is, let's say if this is a perfect square which is not equal to 0, that b square minus 4ac is a perfect square. Let's say it is 16. B square minus 4ac is 16. Now if I take the under root of b square minus 4ac, what I'll get? I'll get this as 4. Now you can see my b value and 2a value in this equation, x square plus 6x plus m. In this equation you can see my a value is 1 and b value is 6. A is 1, b is 6. So my a is a rational number, my b is a rational number, and this part which is under root b square minus 4ac is also a rational number. Why? Because b square minus 4ac is a perfect square, so under root will always give me a rational number only. Let's say if my perfect square is 49. If b square minus 4ac is 49, so under root of 49 will be what? It will be equal to 7. So minus b minus my b is a rational number, my a is a rational number, so 2a will also be a rational number, and this is also a rational number. Under root b square minus 4ac will also be a rational number, and ultimately my two roots will be rational only. Now why it should not be equal to 0? It should not be equal to 0 because if I put this as 0, what I'll get is minus b plus minus 0 upon 2a, or thus both of my roots will be minus b upon 2a. Both my roots will be minus b upon 2a, and thus this condition which is unequal will not be satisfied. The both of my roots will become equal. Oh, they will be rational. Both of the roots will be rational, but they will become equal. Now we want rational roots and unequal roots. Thus, no way we cannot go. I'll explain that rule as well. So what we want is basically if my quadratic equation is x square plus 6x plus m is equal to 0, I need b square minus 4ac to be perfect square, to be a perfect square. So what is b square? B square is 36 minus 4, a is 1 and c is 1, c is m. So 36 minus 4m should be a perfect square. So when it can be a perfect square? It can be a perfect square when m is equal to 0. When m is equal to 0, it can be a perfect square. because m is equal to 0, this value will become 36 and this is a perfect square. When m is equal to 5, this will also be a perfect square because it is 16. 36 minus 4 into 5 is 20. So 36 minus 20 is 16. Now when m is equal to 9, this will be 0 and we don't want 0. We clearly said that discriminant should be a perfect square and discriminant should not be equal to 0. Discriminant should be a perfect square and discriminant should not be equal to 0. Thus the only two cases are either m is equal to 0 or m is equal to 5. So what value of m will the quadratic roots of the quadratic equation will be rational and equal? We are not provided the value of m as 0. The only value of m which is provided to us is 5 in the options. So thus option D, 5 will be the correct answer. Now coming to your point, Abhay, we can go by discriminant should be greater than 0. Okay. If we consider discriminant to be greater than 0, what I'll get is basically my roots are real. Roots are real. This discriminant greater than 0 is used when we say that discriminant then roots are real. Now there are two types of roots. Roots can be real or roots can be imaginary. If d is less than 0, then my roots will be imaginary. If I use d is greater than 0, roots will be real. Now real can be of two types. Real numbers are of two types. Either real numbers can be rational numbers or it can be irrational numbers. So if I just use the condition that d is greater than 0 or my discriminant is greater than 0, I can get certain irrational number as well and rational number as well. But I will get certain irrational number as well. Now in order to eliminate this irrational number case, what I have to consider is basically I have to specifically consider that discriminant should be greater than 0 and discriminant should be a perfect square. And the reason for discriminant to be a perfect square is basically explained in this part here, because ultimately I want two rational roots. So I hope this is clear to all of you. If you have any doubt, you can post it. I'll just put the next question now. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask. I'll definitely clear out that doubt. Okay, good, Prasad. E is the correct answer. So time is up. Let me solve this question for you. So diameter of a circle. So we have a circle. Diameter of a circle is equal to the side of a square whose diagonal is 28 root 2. So let's say this is my square. This is my side A. So A will be all the four sides will be A. The diameter of a circle is equal to side of a square. So this value, that is the diameter of circle, is A only. So diameter of circle is equal to the side of a square whose diagonal is 28 root 2. So this value, the diagonal is 28 root 2. So what we can do is basically we can use the Pythagoras theorem. So a square plus a square should be equal to 28 root 2 ka whole square. The second right, 2a square is equal to 2 into 28 ka whole square. This 2 and 2 get cancelled. So a square will be equal to 28 square. Or I can further write it, a is equal to 28. So a is equal to 28 units. A is equal to 28 units. Now, if a is equal to 28 units, I can further write my diameter is equal to a only. Thus, my diameter will be equal to 28 units. What will be my radius? Radius will be a by 2. Radius will be a by 2 and thus I can write 14 units. Radius will be a by 2 and thus I can write 14 units. Now if radius is 14 units, what I have to find out? I have to find out what will be the perimeter of the circle. So perimeter of the circle will be, perimeter is equal to 2 pi r. Now what is 2? 2 into what is pi? Pi value is 22 by 7 and what is radius? Radius is 14 units. So 2 into 22 by 7 into 14, this is equal to 2 into 22 into 2, this is equal to 88 centimeter. Thus I can write perimeter is equal to 88 centimeter and therefore option E 88 units, 88 units and therefore option E 88 will be the correct answer. So let me move to the next question now. I hope this is clear to all. Okay. Good, Prasad. A is the correct answer. Okay, so time is up. So it is given the length of a rectangle is 5 centimeter more than its breadth. So length is equal to breadth plus 5. The perimeter is 70 centimeters. The perimeter is equal to 70 centimeter. Now we have a rectangle and rectangle's perimeter is 2 times length plus breadth. So 2L plus B is equal to 70. So this goes 35 times. So L plus B is equal to 35. I can just substitute L is equal to B plus 5. So B plus 5 plus B is equal to 35. Thus I can write 2B is equal to 30, or I can further write this as B is equal to 15 centimeter. B is equal to 15 centimeter. Now if B is 15, I can substitute the value of B in B as 15 here, and thus I can get L is equal to B plus 5 or 15 plus 5. L is equal to 20 centimeter. L is equal to 20 centimeter. So B is equal to 15 centimeter. L is equal to 20 centimeter. We have to find out the length of the diagonal. So the length of the diagonal of a rectangle is equal to under root length square plus breadth square. So under root L square plus B square. Now what is L square? L square is 20 square. And what is B square? B square is 15 square. So 20 square plus 15 square is 400 plus 225 or under root 625. Or thus I can write diagonal length will be equal to 25 centimeter, and therefore option A, which is 25 centimeter, is the correct answer. I hope this is clear to all of you. Let me move to the next question now. Okay. Good, Evahi. C is the, yes, C is the correct answer. Good, Prasada as well. Good, Lazy Chatore. C is the correct answer. The time is up now. So this is a property of a circle. So if I say this is my circle and this is my chord and this is my center. If this chord is subtending, let's say angle alpha at the center. If this chord is subtending angle alpha at the center, then this chord AB will subtend at the circumference which is alpha by 2. This angle will be half of this angle. The angle subtended at center will be twice of the angle subtended at the circumference. So angle, it is said angle subtended at center, angle subtended. Okay, let's write this again. Angle subtended at center is equals to twice of angle subtended at circumference. Thus I can write, if this is the case, I can say this 140 degree will be twice of this k value. So this 2k, if I just solving this diagram, 2k is equal to 140 degree, or I can further write k is equal to 70 degrees. Now it is giving that the quantity x is k. So quantity x is equal to 70 degrees and quantity y is 85 degrees. So y is equal to 85 degrees. Now x is 70, y is 85. What I can say is x is less than y. X is less than y, and therefore option C is the correct answer. I think this was okay. There is no poll for this legislature. I'll put the next question. You have to just be quick with the answers. Okay, so this is the next question. Good, a very good Prasad. Good Prasad hai. Good lazy Chatore. So time is up. Few of you were able to solve it. So let me just quickly solve this question. A circle is inscribed in a square whose diagonal is 4 root 2 centimeter. So there is a circle which is inscribed in a square. So there is this square, and the circle is inscribed in a square. The circle is inscribed in a square whose diagonal is 4 root 2 centimeter. This is 4 root 2 centimeter. Now we know when a circle is inscribed in a square, diameter of circle, when the circle is inscribed inside the square, so diameter of circle will be equal to side of the square. Diameter of the circle will be equal to side of the square. So let's say if this is my A units or A centimeter, this will also be my A centimeter. I am given the diagonal to be 4 root 2. So I can write A square plus A square is equal to 4 root 2 ka whole square. Thus I can write 2A square is equal to 2 into 16. And thus I can write A square is equal to 16, or I can write A is equal to 4 centimeter. Now if my A is equal to 4 centimeter, what I can say that my side length of the square is 4 centimeter. Now what is the diameter of circle? Diameter of circle is equal to side of square. So what I can write, diameter of this circle will be equal to 4 centimeter. Now if diameter is 4 centimeter, what I can say, the radius will be equal to 2 centimeter. If diameter is 4, radius is 2. Ultimately, we have to find out the area of the circle. So area of the circle is pi r square. area is pi r square. So area is equal to pi into 2 ka whole square, and thus I can write 4 pi centimeter square is the area of the circle, and therefore option B, 4 pi centimeter square will be the correct answer. So let me pose the next question now. This is a similar question for, as per the previous one only. Good advice. C is the correct answer. The time is up for this one now. So let me just solve this for you. The area of the largest circle that can be inscribed in a square is 154 square units. The area of the largest circle that can be inscribed in a square. So let's say this is my square. Again, this is similar to what there was in the previous question. So this is my square, and there is one circle which is inscribed in a square. And now it is the largest circle. So largest circle inscribed means basically the circle is touching all the four sides of the square. So it is 154 square units. So the area of the largest circle, so this circle area is 154 square units. Again, when the circle is inscribed in a square, what I can say, diameter of circle is equal to side of square. Diameter of circle is equal to side of square. Thus I can write, if this is 154 centimeter square, area of circle can be written as pi r square. The pi r square is 154, pi is what, 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 154. This 22 goes 7 times, so r square is equal to 7 into 7, which is 49, and thus I can write r is equal to 7 centimeter. Now if radius is 7 centimeter, my diameter will be 2r. Diameter will be 2r, which is equal to 14 centimeter. Now a circle is inscribed in a square, thus I can say diameter of the circle will be equal to side of square, and therefore I can write side of square will be equal to 14 centimeter. Side of square to be equal to 14 centimeter. We have to ultimately find the area of the square. So area of the square will be, you can use the side of square, area of the square is equal to side square. Thus area of the square can be equal to 14 ka whole square, and thus area is equal to 196 centimeter square. So area is equal to 196 centimeter square, and therefore option C, 196 centimeter square, instead of centimeter I can use it as units. Thus the option C, which is 196 square units, will be the correct answer. So good. Let me put the next question now. We are moving to number system now. We'll try to discuss all the questions of number systems. I think post that we won't be able to discuss much questions. We'll see if we are able to discuss more questions as well. Good Prasad, good Evai. D is the correct answer. Okay, so time is up. The concept used in this question is basically product. This product of two numbers. Product of two numbers is equals to HCF multiplied by LCM of these two numbers. You have to just remember this formula to be able to answer this question. Product of two numbers should be equal to HCF multiplied by the LCM of the two numbers. Now it is given the HCF and LCM of two numbers is 21 and 1260. If one of the number is 105, we have to find out the other number. So what I can say, let the other number be n. So n into 105. One of the number is 105 and the other number is n. So n into 105 will be equal to product of HCF and LCM. So what is HCF? HCF is 21 and what is LCM? LCM is 1260. Now if I just divide this, 105 divided by 21 is 5 and 1260 divided by 5 is roughly around 252. Yes, 252. So thus I can write n is equals to 252. Thus my other number will be equal to 252 and thus option D, 252 will be the correct answer. I'm hoping that this is clear to everyone. So let me move to the next question now. Okay, again a similar question on HCF and LCM. Just to reiterate the concept. Yeah, Prasad, D is the correct answer. Yeah, D is the correct answer. Yeah, Cinema Premi, this is correct. D is correct. So the time is up. Let me just quickly solve this question for you. This is the extension of the previous question only. Again, HCF into LCM will be equal to product of two numbers. Now HCF is 24, so HCF is equal to 24. What is LCM? LCM is 360. So 24 into 360 is equal to, one of the number is 72. We have to find out the other number. Let it be n. So n into 72. Now 360 divided by n, 360 divided by 72 is 5. Thus I can write n is equal to 24 multiplied by 5, or n is equal to 120. Thus option D, 120 is the correct answer. So I hope this is clear. Let me move to the next question now. Okay, I think this is the repeat of this one. Should we be able to solve? Yes, it is a repeat. So I'll pose the next question. No need to solve this one. Okay, yeah, solve this one. This is how we calculate the HCF and LCM of the fraction. The previous question was a repeat one, so I don't think so we need to solve that one. I think Prasad, it was for the previous question or this question. If it is for this question, then D is not correct. Okay, I think previous one D was correct, and this one A. I think Cinema Premi, you have to just check this question again. A is not correct, I think. For this one, away, yes, B is correct. Weber, for this one, A is not correct. Prasada, this is correct. You have to find out the HCF, not the LCM. Yes, you are correct, Prasad. HCF divided by LCM, HCF of numerators divided by LCM of denominators. So let me just solve this question quickly. Let's move this one. So HCF of fractions 1 by 2, you have, in order to find the HCF of fractions, the HCF of fractions can be found out by HCF of numerator. Just remember this formula, HCF of numerator divided by LCM of denominators. HCF of numerators divided by LCM of denominators. So what is the HCF of, what are the numerators? Numerators is 1 and 3. So we have to find out the HCF of 1, 3. And what is the denominator? Denominators are 2, 2. So divide by LCM of denominator, which is 2, 2. Now HCF of 1, 3 is what? HCF of 1, 3 is 1 only. And what is the LCM of 1? LCM of 2, 2. Since both the numbers are same, so LCM will remain the same, which is 2. Thus HCM of the given fractions will be 1 by 2. HCF of 1 by 2, 3 by 2 will be equal to 1 by 2. And also you can clearly see the highest common factor will be 1 by 2 only, because 3 by 2 can be written as 3 into 1 by 2. So thus the highest common factor will be 1 by 2, and therefore option B 1 by 2 will be the correct answer. I hope this is clear. I hope who were asking, who were posting, yes, I think Weber, it is clear now. So let me pose the next question now. I hope this is clear for everyone. Yeah. Okay, away for LCM of fractions, I'll again go back to the question. It is, I think, LCM of numerators divided by HCF of denominators. I'll again prove it to you. So then LCM for the previous one will be 3 by 2. I'll just go back to the previous question to explain that again. D is the correct answer, Cinema. Yes, Prasad, B is the correct answer. Okay, so time is up. We have to find out the number which is exactly divisible by 2, number nearest to 2559, which is exactly divisible by 35. So you don't have to do anything. You have to just divide it by 35 to get the exact number. So when you divide 2559 by 34, and 35, the remainder, when you do this 2559 mod 35, you'll get 4 as the remainder. You'll get 4 as the remainder. When you divide 2559 divided by 35, you can divide 255. Let's say how I got it to 4. Let me just explain. So 35 can be written as 5 into 7. 35 can be written as 5 into 7. Now both 5 and 7 are prime numbers, are co-prime. So whatever the remainder I get with 5 and whatever the remainder I get at 7, if both of them are same, I'll get the same remainder with 35 as well. So if I divide 2559 by, remainder of 2559 by 5, I'll get 4. Because 2559 mod 4 mod 5 will be equal to 4. Why? Because the unit digit should be 5 or 0 in order to get a in order to be completely divisible by 5. Now if I take the other number, which is 2559 modulus 7. Now this is 7 3 are 21, which is 45 now, 7 6 are 42, 39 left, and 7 5 are 35. So again the remainder is same. When you divide 2559 by 5 and 2559 by 7, the remainder remains the same, which is 4. Thus I can say the remainder, since both of them are co-prime numbers, so 2559 modulo 35, that is product of both the numbers, which is 5 into 7, which is 35. So 2559 modulo 35 will remain the same, which is 4. This is the this is on the basis of remainders property. Like if two co-prime numbers are giving the same remainder, then the product of those numbers will also give the same remainder. So this is 4. Now if the remainder is 4, what I can say, I can just subtract 4 from 2559. I can just subtract 4 from 2559 and ultimately I'll get the value of 2555. So the number which is closest to 2559 is 2555, which is completely divisible by 35, and therefore option B will be the correct answer. Let me just explain you the previous question. So LCM of fractions will be equal to LCM of numerators divided by HCF of denominators. So LCM of numerators will be LCM of 1, 3, and HCF of denominator will be HCF of 2, 2, and therefore LCM of 1, 3 is 3 and HCF of 2, 2 is 2. So thus the LCM of these fractions, which is 1 by 2, 3 by 2, is 3 by 2. So I hope the LCM of fraction is clear. You just have to not worry about anything. For HCF it is in the numerator it is HCF of numerators, and for LCM it is LCM of numerators. So I'll just extend this class for 10 more minutes. I'll post the next question. I'll discuss 2 to 3 more questions and then we'll end the session. I think we have roughly discussed about more than 35 questions. By the end, we'll roughly discuss about 37, 38 questions. Okay, so time is up. No, Prasada is not the correct answer. So let me just quickly solve this one. So this was a difficult question. An even number leaves a remainder of 9 when divided by 11. So let's say, so even number. So there's some even number A. So A is even. It leaves a remainder of 9 when divided by 11. So A can be written as 11k plus 9. 11k plus 9. Why? Because 11, it is when divided by 11, it leaves the remainder as 9. So k can be the quotient and 9 will be the remainder. So A can be written as 11k plus 9. Now A is an even number. Now I know 9 is odd, 11 is odd. So any number which is multiplied by an odd number. So first of all, this 9 is an odd number and this A is an even number. Now if I add even plus odd, I'll get an odd number. But my A is an even number. Thus, I must say that 11k should also be even because odd plus odd will be even. my 9 is an even number, 11k, sorry, my 9 is an odd number, this should also be an odd number, because then only I am getting a as the even number, which is, it clearly says that even number leaves a remainder of 9 when divided by 11. So this should, 11k should be an odd number. Now if 11 is odd and I want 11k to be odd as well, if 11 is an odd number and I want 11k to be odd number as well, k should be odd. K should be odd, because if k is even, what will happen? 11k will become an even number. Let's say if k is 2, 11 into 2 will be equal to 22, which will be an even number. Again, k is 4, 11 into 4 will be equal to 44, thus again an even number. So any number 11k, so any number, if I say k is odd, 3, 5, 7, it will be 33, 55, 77, and thus 11k will be odd. Thus it must satisfy that k should be an odd number. K should be an odd number. Now, if k is an odd number, I can write k is equal to 2a plus 1. If k is an odd number can be represented as 2 into multiplied by any number plus 1. K is equal to 2a plus 1. This is a general form for an odd number. General form for an odd number. Now, if I put this k is equal to 2a plus 1 into this, a can be written as 11 into 2a plus 1 plus 9. So a can be written as 11 into 2 is 22a, so 22a plus 11 plus 9. Thus a can be written as 22a plus 20. A can be written as 22a plus 20. Now it is asking what is the remainder when it is divided by 22. Now if I divide this number by 22, what will happen? A divided by 22 will be equal to a plus 20 divided by 22. So what will happen? This 20 won't be divisible. This a will be the quotient and 20 won't be divisible. So this 20 will be the remainder. Because 20 cannot be divisible by 22. This 22a, this part will be divisible by 22, but this 20 is not divisible by 22, and therefore I can say 20 will be the remainder. So when this number a is divided by 20, my remainder will be, when this number a is divided by 22, my remainder will be 20, and therefore option B, which is 20, is the correct answer. Yeah, Prasad, you got it correct later. Cinema also you got it correct later. So I hope there is no problem in this one. I'll move to the last question for the day. So this is the last question. I think we have already discussed 37, 38 questions. So I'll quickly discuss this one and then we'll end the session. It is already 5. It already has crossed 5. Yeah, Vaibhav, 20 was the correct answer for this question. Yeah, Prasad, B is the correct answer, which is 0, 1. The time is up. I'll quickly try to solve this question now. Let's see if we are able to take one more question or not. The set of remainders obtained when n to the power 4 is divided by 8 for all natural numbers n. So there is an n which is, all of these n are natural numbers. Now if n is a natural number, there are two possibilities. N can be an odd number or n can be an even number. N can be an odd number and n can be an even number. Now if it is an even number, it can be written as the form of 2k. N is equal to 2k. Now if it is an odd number, it can be written as the form of 2k plus 1. Now first of all, very easy way to solve this type of question is assume the numbers. Assume n is equal to 6. Take the cases n is equal to 6. Now n is equal to 4, let's say. So when 4 to the power 4, it is 256. 256 is completely divisible by 8. Now take n is equal to 2. 2 to the power 4 is 16. 16 is again completely divisible by 8. So when n is even, you can certainly say that the remainder will be 0. Now assume certain odd numbers. Now when you take n is equal to 1, so 1 to the power 4 is 1 and 1 divided by 8, remainder will be 1. Now let's take n is equal to 3. 3 to the power 4 is 81 and 81 divided by 8 will leave you remainder 1. Now let's take n is equal to 5. 5 to the power 4 is 625 and when you divide 625 by 8, the remainder will be 1 again. So you can say, with that logic, you can just say that the answer will be 0, 1. Using certain test cases, let's say n is equal to 1 to 6, you can use all these values and get the gist of it if you want to solve it quickly. So this is the way of solving this question quickly. Either you can say, you can consider some values of n, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up till that you can just easily solve it, easily get the answer like what exactly can be the remainder. Now what is the actual way for doing this? So if n is odd, it can be written as 2k plus 1. If n is even, it can be written as 2k. Let's say if n is even, thus n to the power 4 is equal to what? 2k to the whole power 4, or 2k to the whole power 4 will be equal to 16k to the whole power 4. Now this 16k to the whole power 4, this is completely divisible by 8. This is completely divisible by 8. It is completely divisible by 8. Thus I can say, whenever n is even, any value of n, because k can be anything, k can be 1, k can be 2, k can be 3, k can be 100. For any even value of n, the remainder will be 0. For any even value of n, the remainder will be 0. Now let's say if n is equal to odd. So n to the power 4 can be written as 2k plus 1 to the whole power 4. 2k plus 1 to the whole power 4. Now if you know the binomial expansion of, if I just write this as 1 plus 2k to the whole power 4 and 1 plus a to the whole power n can be written as nc0 plus nc1 into a plus nc2 into a square plus up to ncn to the whole power a power n. So this is the binomial expansion of 1 plus a to the whole power n. You don't have to remember this thing. It is used in not a lot of questions. Even without using this, you could have just got the answer just solving by just using just using certain test cases for n is equal to 135 or 246. Now n is equal to 1 plus 2k to the whole power 4. Now if I use this formula, and nc0, nc1 is basically representing the combination point. So this can be written as n is 4 now. So I can write 4c0 plus 4c1 into a is 2k. A is 2k. So 4c1 into 2k plus 4c2 into 2k ka whole square plus 4c3 into 2k ka whole cube plus 4c4 into 2k to the whole power 4. If I further simplify this, 4c0 will be 1, 4c1 will be 4 and 4 into 2k is 8k. 4c2 is 6 and 2k ka whole square is 4k square, so this can be written as 24k square. 4c3 is 4 and 2k ka whole cube is 8k cube. So 4 into 8k cube is 32k cube. 32k cube. Now 4c4 is 1 and 2k to the whole power 4 is 16k4. So 2k to the whole power 4 is 16k4 and 4c4 is 1. So this can be written as 16k to the whole power 4. Thus I can write 1 plus, I can take 8 common in this entire thing. 8 common in this entire thing. So it can be written as 8k plus 3k square plus 4k cube plus 2k to the whole power 4. Now if I say n to the power 4 is this. Whenever n is odd, n to the power 4 is this. Now this part is completely divisible by 8. This part is completely divisible by 8 because it is 8 being multiplied to this entire thing. Now 1 is not divisible by 8, so thus I can say the remainder will be left will be 1. The remainder that will be left will always be 1. So whenever n is an odd number, I can just say that remainder will always be 1. So thus I have considered both the cases, that when n is even, I can say remainder will always be 0, and when n is any odd number, because k can be any value, remainder will always be 1. So thus I can say the remainder can be either 0 and 1. Thus option B will be the correct answer. So with this, I think we have discussed roughly around 37 to 38 questions. We are not able to complete the target of 50, maybe because lack of time. We'll try to cover all the 50 questions in the next classes. All the remaining ones will be discussed in the next classes. It is already 5:16. So I'll end the session today. I hope this was useful for you. I'll just reiterate the MAHCET courses which is provided by the Cracku. So MAHCET course is being provided by Cracku. The original price is rupees 4,999, but now you can get this prices get this as 2,999. We are providing a discount of rupees 2,000. You can just use the code MAHCET 2000 to get this course at 2,999, and this is a limited time offer. So do avail this course. Also, since 1 month is left for the exam, and if you are serious for JBIMS, MAHCET is something which you have to ace. Like you have to score very high in the MAHCET exam, above 99 percentile at least, if you are aiming for JBIMS. So do check out this course. This will really gonna help you a lot. We are providing you practice tests, study modules. All the video lessons will be provided to you. You are getting 10 mock tests as well. Like these, all those mock tests are included in this courses, and all these mock tests are on the basis of the last 5 years MAHCET mock papers. So all the difficulty of all these mocks will be similar to whatever is provided in the MAHCET mocks. So it is going to be very beneficial for you. This 2,999 course is gonna like pay you all the time. Like it is definitely going to basically provide you the value for the money. So do check out these courses. It is designed by Sally ma'am, so you can just trust the course as well. Also, if you are just willing to take the mocks, we are also providing 10 MAHCET mocks. We are providing 10 mocks at rupees 499. So just at rupees 499, at 500 rupees, we are providing you 10 mocks. And mocks are something which is which provides you the actual like where do you stand, like actual standing of you, like how is your preparation going and how are you able to perform in that time constrained environment. Are you able to solve in that, let's say, 2.5 hours? Are you able to solve those 200 questions or not? So these mocks will be very beneficial for you. Again, reiterating the point that it is based on the MAHCET previous year papers, but it is very important to give mocks because you have to find yourself in a situation whether you are able to give the test in that time constrained environment or not, whether you are able to do all those 200 questions in that 150 minutes, and that you will realize after you give the mocks. So do give these mocks. If you're not taking, like if you're just worried about your mock test, you should definitely take these mocks. Again, 200 questions, one mock. Even if you just take the 10 mocks, you will get 200 into 10, which is 2,000 questions. You'll roughly get 2,000 questions if you are just taking 10 mocks. So 200 into 10 mocks will be 2,000 questions, and 2,000 questions for any exam is a very good number if you're going for the preparation. So you can take the mocks as well, and you can definitely check out this course. This course is going to pay, this course is going to be very beneficial for you for the MAHCET exam. If you're serious for JBIMS, do check out this course. With this, I'll just end today's class. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Vaibhav. Thank you so much, Prasad. Thank you so much, Evai. With this, we'll just end the class. Thank you so much for attending.